4, 3, 2, and we're on YouTube.
Hi, Mom.
I quit. Oh,
We real
shit.
time now.
Oh, that's how
So-
fun we get done.
While we wait for Zachary to show up, I have a little surprise that was supposed to be for Zachary and Pablo.
Oh, shit.
But it's just for Pablo at the moment because Zachary's
Let's
here right
go.
Oh.
You missed last session, so I prepared something for you, which is a tradition in Powered by the Apocalypse games.
Thanks
And
a lot.
Is writing you a letter to catch you up to speed and get you to do shit.
Epic.
So, I'm going to send you a link in player chat.
Oh fuck. Oh fuck. We're in the big leagues now, Jesus.
Is he going to be
Fucking
HD
cool,
or
dog.
like Nintendo 64 link?
Wait, actually, I think I did the wrong link. Just 2 seconds.
Yeah, you said it the wrong way.
1 sec.
Oh, I was gonna
Anyone
say,
under this
but-
link can view. There you go. So it's this one.
Google Docs. How fucking professional.
Read it out loud for the group if you can.
No, I'm not gonna do that.
Oh, we can all read the letter.
Yes.
I'm not.
That's
That's too much for me.
God, why is it so cold? Give me a
I
second.
was trying him on his last leg, so he doesn't have them.
oh, you have to roll dice now.
Oh shit!
that's a mean,
No.
that's a mean letter. Oof.
Yeah.
How does it mean? I'm getting him to roll dice to do something good.
Sure.
Unless he rolls a 1 to 3, in which case, you know, tough luck.
Don't think
With
too
a
hard.
lovely timey wimey stuff and all.
Okay, so, well, considering Pablo doesn't want to read it out loud, I'll read it out loud for the viewers at home.
Thanks. Very helpful.
Dear Pablo,
Oh, fuck.
you gotta move
Superior, that's
fast.
even worse than that.
Taisto sent you on an important mission to meet with Icon Village and get Leomon's support in setting up a new settlement for the Dark Zone refugees. Somehow, you made it to Grey Canyon in less than a day. Time works so weirdly in this crazy world. It's in ruins,
Convenient.
decimated by Metal Greymon. The only remaining survivors are Tyrannomon, who is now heavily injured, and Gyramon, who is on his last legs and dying. I have a few questions for you. Don't think too hard on them, just say the first thing which pops into your head. How does Pablo take the news that the Grey Canyon is gone, and how does Gazimon take it? Feel free to answer.
Oh, fuck. Sorry, I'm reading something here that I'm not sure I understand. Well. Alright, so that's sorry, where were we? I was looking at something.
And feel free, everybody else, if you have suggestions for how Pablo might be feeling, to chime in and help build the
I
narrative
think-
with him.
Sorry, it takes me a while. I'm not the brightest.
No, don't worry about it. I just wanted to make sure that everyone could join in if they wanted to as well.
Don't worry, I will worry about it. So I feel like Pablo would feel kind of like defeated that, this place where, Tyrannomon was and where he helped with Gazimon is now like in ruins. He'd feel like what he did was almost for nothing in a way. I think. And well, Gazimon would just be like very mad that he wasn't, like he couldn't do it basically. Like he couldn't help, I guess.
Oh,
So
I just
Pablo's
got a
more
donation.
sad, while Gazimon is just like angry.
Big Builder Ben just donated $4 and says he hopes we have fun in the tabletop role-playing game this week. Thanks, Ben.
You making bank on this, damn.
I know, right? Our one consistent supporter, Ben, always watching us, always being a great supporter.
Epic.
Ben's the best.
he? Oh.
So yeah, so Pablo's upset because he feels like everything he's done for this Great Canyon has been for nothing.
Yes.
How does Gazimon take it? Sorry.
I guess he's like angry because he's Gazimon. He doesn't feel sadness. But like,
This was like his home before
like,
he met you, so
yeah, it's like he'd be, instead of reacting to like sad, he'd be angry at Malgraymon. You know, Steel, whatever, however you want to call him. You know, I feel like instead of sad, he'd be more like angry that this happened.
cool.
I feel like that's how he deals with things more than being sad.
Cool. Okay. And so the next question is: Taisto saved you from Metal Greymon in the last episode, I believe it was. It might be like episode before that.
Yeah.
He saved your life. You were T-posing in a bed, unconscious from the Digivolution energy of having Gazimon finally reach his ultimate level. And Taisto saved you from Metal Greymon by digivolving to Mega. How does Pablo feel about
what did
being
he evolve into again?
into Medieval Dukemon? Or,
Not surprised.
Medical.
Alright.
Um, how does Pablo feel about being saved by his rival Taisto? And how does he feel about being powerless against the force which destroyed Gazimon's former home?
I guess, what would be the word for this? Like, of course he's happy that Taisto was able to like step in, right? But he's like mad at himself for not being the person that the village needed, a villager, you know, that place needed to not be destroyed.
Right. Okay.
I mean, in Pablo's defense, Pablo was literally unconscious during the altercation. So,
Yeah,
you
but
know.
shh.
He was unconscious, but he got saved by the one person he considers his rival. Like, that's got to sting.
Yeah.
And friend. And
That
friend.
dumbass.
And friend, but rival nonetheless.
Friend is a strong word. Business
You
associate.
literally,
I like it.
you literally marked it as friend. It's the thing that you marked. It's on your character sheet. You can't get away with it from it.
Did Pablo make it to Leomon, or did you immediately head back to the Dark Zone to let everyone know what happened in Grey Canyon? You can make it there and back from to Icon Village because you know wibbly wobbly timey wimey stuff. The time and distance in this digital world are very skewed because I'm really bad at doing them. So
That's fine. You have an excuse, at least. Because, you know, digital world.
Pretty sure the original excuse was Apokalaimon bullshit.
So did you
So
make it to Leomon, or did you head straight back?
I think he'd make it to Leomon, and, you know... Yeah. But,
So you-
like, at the same time, I feel like Pablo would just be fucking very... Not scared, but, you know, like in this state where he'd just go immediately back with everyone else. So I guess we'll go to the Dark Zone.
Cool. So you made it back to the Dark Zone. Did you wait? So you did stop off and get Leomon then? So,
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So you've brought Leomon with you. You're going to set up a
Yeah.
nice Dark Zone settlement. You know, the next step that the team wanted to take was finding the Ice Sorcerer, and I hear you tried to get hold of anyone who could help you on your way back to help tip things in your favor in the upcoming battle. Roll Superior. On a 10+, you've brought back a major advantage. Let us know who it is when they make their dramatic return at the best possible moment. Or on a 7 to 9, you've brought minor help with you. They'll make a good distraction, but they might be a liability later on. On a 1 to 3, you couldn't find any help, and
Alright.
you mark
Let's
potential.
see. Just flat d6. We have 0 superior. Let's see. Yo!
Crit!
Yo!
Oh.
Let's
So
go!
you bring back God?
GG.
Well, Pablo,
Well,
at any point during the conflict, you can just tell us that somebody makes a dramatic entrance that we've met before, but it's a major help.
Deus Ex
Maybe they've
Machina.
digivolved. Maybe they have some sort of major advantage with them. Perhaps you've brought yourself a little army or something. But you can
Yeah.
reveal that at the best possible moment, at the most dramatic point during the fight, and it will happen.
I'll have to think about this one. I'm not entirely sure about
Well, you have a lot of time to
I'll
think
figure
about
out.
it, because we're going to have to get to a dramatic moment before you can reveal that.
Yeah.
But I hope all goes well for you. Let's see if your friendships can tip the fight in your favor. Yours sincerely, GM.
Hopefully.
So Mamimon casually evolves to Pharaohmon off screen.
Cool. That was Pablo's letter. Do we have Zach yet? Yeah, Zach's here. Hey, Zach.
Yeah.
Yo, he's in T-pose. Fuck. Not getting bingo today.
Zach can finally put his arms down. How you doing, Zach? You feeling better, or are you still feeling a bit worse for wear?
Interesting response for sure.
Obligatory, okay.
I feel
Alright.
real bad. I am currently in my bed right now. So,
Okay. Well, do you think you'll be able to
Whoa.
participate, or are you feeling really, really bad?
I mean, I'm here.
You are here. Okay. Cool. Well, I've also
Really?
written you a letter because you've not been here for a few sessions. I thought it would help you get back into the swing of things. So here is the letter for Zachary. I'm just gonna share it real quick. It's a similar sort of thing. It's like a tradition in Powered by the Apocalypse games that if anyone misses multiple sessions in a row, they get a letter from the GM. I just haven't been doing it. So here is Zach's love letter.
I gotta read it.
Feel free to read it out loud if you want to, or I can read it out loud if you don't.
Dear Zachary, I hope this letter finds you well. I hear you've been helping the injured scientists in Digimon recover after Metal Greymon blasted half the Commander to pieces. Sure, that's a thing that happened.
I can't remember if it
How
was Metal Greymon
selfless you
or
find
Venom
it.
Vandemon. Was it Venom Vandemon?
It was Venom Vandemon.
Oh, my bad. I misread
When
it.
we say Metal
Sorry,
Greymon,
technically it was Mistymon, but
Yeah,
we're
no,
not
it
gonna
was
talk about
Mistymon,
that.
I'm pretty sure.
Okay, after Mistymon blasted to half the lines bits. Retcon that.
was it Metal Greymon or Steel Greymon?
Steel Greymon.
It was
But
Mistymon.
It's Mistymon.
Steel Mistymon.
Ha,
Original Mistymon.
secret evolution.
How selfless and kind of you. Very difficult to pull off while T-posing, let me tell you. Human's been a real help with that. Seems he's really turned himself around since you first met. I have a few questions for you. Don't think too hard on them. Just say the first thing that pops into your head. How does Zachary feel about Sonya and Kageaki setting Myotismon free? He is not a fan. Deeply not a fan.
Understandable.
He maybe hates Myotismon the most out of anybody we've encountered thus far.
Oh, you're gonna hate him a lot more now that you found out that he did. Wait, were you in the session where we found out that Myotismon was keeping a human prisoner?
Don't worry about it!
No. No,
Don't worry.
wasn't.
I was not. I was not. I was there when he incited a revolution, and I was almost there for it.
Cool. So he incited a revolution.
But-
The revolution was stopped, and we found out that Sonya's childhood friend Stella, who was a former Digidestined but has lost her memories of everything that's happened, she was tied up in Myotismon's trophy room where he keeps rare items, and freed by Sonya, and they had a dramatic reunion. Sonya since forgave Myotismon, and Myotismon's given her his word that he will not make any moves against what the Digidestined are doing anymore, and he will do his best to help the denizens of the Dark Zone recover. He's so far kept his word, although it's only been less than a day, so who knows. He has never broken a promise to you guys yet, so there's that. But yeah, he was keeping a human prisoner. How did Zachary feel about that?
Not good. He feels vindicated that he shouldn't have trusted Myotismon the entire time.
Cool. So,
I knew this guy was evil. Why did we trust him?
I mean, you know, he was just doing what he thought was best, which was obviously not the best, but you know. Cumon is a lot more resolved to help other people now. When did Zachary first notice this, and why did Cumon's personality change?
I think Zach first started noticing it when we entered the dark world for the first time. The dark area.
Pardon, sorry?
I think he first noticed it when he entered the dark area for the first time.
Okay. So he started
Because,
being a lot more... Sorry, go ahead.
Cumon noticing all of these Digimon, you know, struggling for life, became a lot more empathetic. Because he remembers a time in his life where he had, you know, no one to turn to.
Oh yeah, he was living in a museum at one point, wasn't he? Like, he was that broke.
Yeah.
That Kawagamon took him in. Yeah, that's a good idea. So yeah, he's started to be a lot more helpful and less selfish, which is really good positive change for him. So Taisto, Kageaki, and Sonya went after a Sorcerermon who was spying on them. They had a vision that they would meet. Well, they'd meet a large army of ice Digimon, and they've left you behind with a very important mission. What was it, and why could only you do it? Roll a unique, and on a 10+, the mission is complete. Let us know what special preparation you've made, and reveal it at a dramatic moment. On a 7 to 9, the mission is complete, but there's a catch. Something's not quite right. Reveal your preparations, and I'll make a move as well, which will twist that preparation a little bit and make it a little bit worse. And on a 1 to 3, you couldn't prepare in time. You see the Ice Sorcerer being revived on the horizon and have to act now. I hope all goes well for you. Let's see if you can give you and your friends some hope. Yours sincerely, GM.
Get it? Hope.
What is my plus unique?
It's real funny.
Your unique is at +2.
Oh, nice.
This is where you both crit.
Yeah.
A 9.
You're bringing fucking Yggdrasil.
Okay, it's a 9, so that means that I get
Not
to
bad.
make a move when you reveal it and twist it to be not quite as good as you make it out to be. Or we can both come to a sort of compromise about how it's not quite as good as what you wanted it to be, but it's a little bit weaker in some way. We'll get to that when you reveal what it is you've planned. Cool. So
I think I have something in mind, but I do need to check with you real fast.
sure, send me a DM and I'll read it and give you a yes or a no or whatever. Right. Okay. So that out of the way, let's do a recap of last session. Who's got the lowest potential that was here last session?
I think we all know who it is.
Yeah, I mean, who else really?
Elephant, I chose you!
It's gotta be you every time.
Okay, but I'll do it, but only if I can give that potential to Pablo, because I'm such a nice guy.
What?
You can gift that potential to Pablo if you'd like.
Yeah. Nice. I'll just.
I mean, I can also do it if the potential goes to someone else.
No. If you do it, the potential goes to you.
No.
No. Elephant, go ahead.
Excuse me. Excuse.
I don't make the rules, I just enforce them. And also make them.
Excuse me. Camera. Got interrupted for a little bit. Yes, so the last session. Blah, blah, blah. So, we indeed had. Sonia had a vision of the sorcerer bringing a big army and stuff. and we saw Sorcerymon spying on us and then running away. So the group decided to, go for it and try to stop them before their plan is too late. But their plan is on the way and stuff. We got the hunch that they probably had some kind of trap, but we didn't know what. So we didn't really plan for anything in particular. We arrived. There was a huge frozen lake and a big army of mammothmons, some Peldramon, Chris Peldramon, lots of type Digimon and stuff. And so we started butting heads. Sonia wanted to, talk to them first because she's not really convinced that they were bad, but it didn't really work out that way. They were clearly bent on going with their revolution, not revolution, just their plan to help revive their master, because they're convinced that we just don't get it. We don't listen to them, and to be fair, we never listened to them before now, so they're not wrong. So
To be fair, they never spoke to us as well. So
That's mostly it.
That is also true. Big fight, fire everywhere. Oh yeah, the Mammothmon were there, but not voluntarily. Apparently, there's some Digimon that are mind-controlled with some sort of ice spell or something. And when things reach a boiling point, Sonia finally managed to unlock a moment of truth and go level 5 after some bitching and moaning on my part because I wanted everybody to be there, so it was maximum cool. But yeah, my little sheepmon evolved into Luminamon. I'll bring up a picture if you don't know who it is. You probably
Oh,
do.
it's that like obscure like crosswords mon, isn't it? It's like perfect.
Yes.
yeah, it's the opposite of Shademon, basically.
It's like a rabbit with a sweater.
No, it's a dog.
Yes, it's a sweater.
That looks.
And
That's a cat actually, not a dog.
What
Why
a nice dog.
there it is, the wiki. And through magical, energetic powers and friendship and stuff, and her pacific nature, she managed to boost everybody, to kick some butt and mind control the poor Digimon that were mind control. And yes, we did it, except that was exactly what the Sorceryman had planned, because the big trap, turns out, was some sort of a repeat of Mummymon's plan, which is banking on our Digivice energy and our Digivolution energy to make up for the fact that the last statue wasn't broken, and probably cannot be broken with all of these protections we gave. So we ended up giving away just what they needed to revive the big Sorcerermon, which is Exablomon, shocking nobody.
What are you talking about? It was totally going to be Frostvalgamon.
Oh yeah, for sure. I thought it was just gonna be like a one Yuki Agumon, but this makes
I
more
thought
sense.
it was going to be Blizzard Greymon.
That, yeah, also would work.
Blizzwar Greymon. Yeah, sure.
So that sounds sick, actually.
So that's where we left off, the Ice Sorcerer being revived. The three of you staring it down. So let's just... So we see a scene of Fog. So this is like a sort of bit of a flashback to before he was summoned. We see the large summoning circle appear over the frozen lake. Fog of like icy fog starts to spew out of the summoning circle, filling the air with this cold mist, and we see a silhouetted stoic figure start to ascend from the from the summoning circle. It emerges, silhouetted by the smoke and snowfall. Its glowing red eyes pierce the fog as it materializes a greatsword out of thin air using its ice magic. It cuts the fog open, revealing Hexablaumon standing before you. It places its greatsword on the back of its shoulders, and we see a shot of the Sorcerymon saying, "It is done." The Ice Sorcerer has been revived. Taisto, Sonia, Kagiaki, what do you do?
Ah.
I think that as the Ice Sorcerer starts, ascending through the summoning circle or whatever, Taisto, there's like a zoom in on Taisto's face as his eyes just go wide and he's like, "No, we failed." You can see from the expression of his eyes that he's very disappointed and maybe a bit afraid that they did fail to stop the revival of the Ice Sorcerer. But then he remembers that everything they've actually been told about the Ice Sorcerer by Wizardmon and others, that he's a real bad egg. He wants to cover the entire world in ice. He wants to bring out a new ice age to basically just kill a bunch of people for whatever reason. I don't remember. I don't think Dust even knows what the reason is, but someone does.
Yeah.
And you can see that his expression changes from terror to commitment that he's going to stop this terrible enemy and make sure that the new ice age never comes back, or never comes. And look of masking, though not quite. He's not entirely sure he can, but his determination washes over that. So he doesn't reveal how insecure he's about being able to do it, because this is the most powerful enemy they've apparently have ever encountered. Possibly, maybe, I don't know. He clenches his fists and rises up and then starts running towards the enemy with no care for himself, hoping that his comrades join him in this epic charge towards the end of the world or beyond or whatever. Yes, that's what we're gonna do.
Picks up his hammer and goes, "Avengers, assemble!"
Oh, and in case it wasn't clear, I game faced there.
Yeah, I assume so. So take mark a condition, take +1 on
Yeah,
direct
marked
roll rolls.
insecure. Yeah.
Cool.
Oh boy. So, before we get to the hard part, any chance you won't actually cause a genocide?
Any chance you what?
You won't cause a genocide.
His eyes like flicker a bright red. He takes a step forward and the fog dissipates with his footstep. He is absolutely huge compared to you guys. And he says, "Who dare address Hexablaumon?"
It is I, Kagayaki!
Oh no.
Gotta mask the terror somehow.
A human in the digital world.
Chosen actually.
So the Digidestin did arrive.
Oh yes, we your plan kind of worked, kind of didn't. Yes, just wanted to warn you. Yes, you don't have any reason to freeze everyone anymore. So
You see him-
we can be friends.
You see him take a once over at the group standing before him. He looks at the small little girl with her light fairy flying around. He takes another look at the nerdy teenager with his visor and riding on the back of a wolf. He sees...
Hey, I am on the back of Mammoth Moon,
Sorry,
and
on the back of
Matadormon,
Mammoth
not
Moon.
the wolf, Matadormon is somewhere else.
Cool. Matadormon brandishing some daggers. He looks over at Mistymon and Taisto, and he says, "You are not worthy to be digidestined. The Vortex Warriors should be revived in your place."
That ship sailed.
He
Jesus.
The ritual kind of required destroying the statues, so you know.
There's a
Yeah, I think
think-
it's at that moment that like one of the Sorcerymon who you like defeated in the last episode crawls towards Hex Blaumon, and he's like, "Master, we brought you back, but at great cost. The statues."
I think there's a before Sorcerymon gets to break the news, because I want to break the news. There's a that's enough.
Yo! You said the thing!
Bingo!
Yes, I said the thing. Yes,
Catchphrase.
that's enough.
Whoa! Whoa!
So yes, there's a catchphrase, and then there's like a flash of like orange or red as a bolt of fire strikes through a runic fire circle and slams itself at Hexablaumon to get his attention, to make sure that he knows who he's talking to. And I guess no. Yeah, yes, there's that. Yeah, there's that. So I want to take his attention with the bolt of fire, but maybe it hurts him. Hopefully it hurts him.
One sec. Getting loads of people DMing me at the moment. Sorry. So yeah, you fire. It's people like asking me questions about the game. So you fire a fireball at him. Is that what you said? Sorry.
It's a firebolt.
Cool. Roll to directly engage a threat.
I shall do that.
And sorry,
Is she even a doctor?
I missed it because I was replying to Pablo in DM about his super secret mission thing that he was doing. Did you break the news about the statues too with Hex Blaumon?
Not yet.
Not
yet.
Okay.
First we punch, then we talk. That's how it will work.
All right.
Oh shit, Zacks out. Guys, Mark T-pose.
So is he currently T-posing?
Cool.
T-pose.
Choose two of the
Yeah.
options,
So-
please.
So I think what happens is that as Hexablaumon was just about to take a look at the Sorcerymon that was addressing him, that he gets hit in the square in the chest by this like bolt of fire, and you can see these like wisps of flame just wash over him as he takes half a step back. He's like, what the fuck is going on? And then he sees he turns his gaze sharply towards the duo that are standing before him, and he sees Taisto and Mistymon side by side, looking very fucking pissed at him, to be honest. As Mistymon then starts to speak. Let's see, what would Mistymon say?
What's up, dog?
Sorry. So I resisted or avoided his blows, and I impressed, surprised, or frightened the opposition. That's his intention. So
I'm assuming you're going for surprise here.
Technical difficulty.
it doesn't matter. Any of the three, or a mix, a linear combination of the three. Yes. So Hexablaumon, my old friend, your machinations have caused more hurt than you could have ever realized. He opens with that.
Hexablaumon, like, when the flame hit him in the face, like, he was taken aback by the sudden attack. But, like, you see on his face that it's literally not even, like, scathed his armor. The fireball, like, dissipates into steam as it approached his face. He looks over at you. He gives Mistymon a once over. And he says, "Ah, I see one of you survived. Shame about the others," he says, as he grasps his hand together. Several icicle spikes jute out from the floor and start trailing their way towards Sonya and Kageyaki. What do you do? The others are in danger. Or what do you guys do when these icicles start flying towards you from the ground? They keep jutting up like spikes from the ground.
Kage Bunshin no Jutsu?
So you're gonna try and like teleport or shadow clone
Get
your
the
way?
fuck out of there, yes.
Cool. Roll to unleash your powers.
I mean, it is the same roll, so... Actually, is it the same roll? Aha, it is the same roll. 6 plus 3. Does it? I don't suppose it goes up to 4, since Sonya is part of it.
I mean, you're not doing a move targeted at Sonya, are you? You're just teleporting yourself.
Doesn't matter.
Nice. So you do it. So describe what it looks like when you teleport away from these icicles and dodge every single one that like shoots up at you.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Dormon, get us out! Get us out! Get us out! Get us out! And in a manner of seconds, not even seconds, Matadormon has already created a myriad of clones, each touching one of the targets, including Mammothmon, and teleporting them away before also teleporting Mammothmon slightly further away and giving it a bit of a nudge to go away.
Cool. So you teleport Mammothmon away. You give it like a nod. It leaves to get out of dodge. I don't think you have time to save Sonya while you're saving yourself. There's a lot of spiky icicles coming at you. I think Sonya will have to deal with herself. Sonya, how do you dodge the icicles?
I suddenly become really fast. No. Luminamon can probably use some light powers to somehow create a force field or like melt the ice that gets too close because of the sheer heat of this pure divine light. And yeah, probably, maybe, yes.
That sounds like you're using holy power.
Yeah, it does, but I don't want to roll for the...
Roll plus conditions, Sonya, and see if you can charge up some holy energy.
Holy power!
Well, we'll see. Nope.
Ow!
What did you roll?
Nice!
Oh, crit
Wait,
fail!
that's bad!
Whoa. Ouch.
Wait, that's bad!
Yeah,
Critical fail, you didn't get a bingo!
these spikes jute out from the ground. You try charging up some holy energy to like deflect these icicles and put a hot barrier of holy energy around you, but they just come at you way too fast and way too unexpectedly for you to charge up any holy power. One of the spikes shoots out in front of Sonya, just in front of her, grazes her shoulder and pushes her backwards onto the ground. Luminamon swoops in to try and save Sonya, but she too is hit by several of the jutting icicles and like crashes into the ground. She like curls up on top of Sonya in a protective like protecting her by like keeping her safe from any harm around her, but gets stabbed by several more of the icicles. I'd like you to take a powerful blow, Sonia. Same roll as before.
Well, even more than the fail of this. Oh my god, this is ruthless.
Well, you do get to hold 2 at least. Like,
Oh
it
my god.
does somehow still work regardless.
Holy shit. So I take 3 conditions and then I take a powerful blow on top of that.
Wait, what?
That
I didn't
move
tell you.
sucks.
I didn't tell you to take 3 conditions. I just told you to take a powerful blow.
It's
Holy power, that's how it works.
That's how it works.
Oh, is that how it works? Oh
Like,
shit!
On a miss, you hold 2 regardless and mark 3 conditions.
Oh damn. Okay, well, yeah. You take 3 conditions and roll to take a powerful blow.
Wow, that move fucking sucks. Never use it again.
But you do mark potential because you rolled a crit fail.
Oh, that's nice.
You mark potential and have a mighty hold of 2.
Powerful
Now
blow
just
is...
roll another 1 in the 1. It's plus conditions.
Plus conditions, so plus 3, okay.
Look on the bright side. At least you'll have more conditions for the next time you charge your holy power.
10, is it good? I don't think it's...
Oh gosh. Everything going badly for Sonia.
Sonia ceases to exist, just bursts into a million shards and dies.
All of this happened because a 13 wasn't enough to protect you as well, apparently.
Apparently, yes. Wow.
Choose one of the 3 high options on take a powerful blow.
I mean, the loss of control would make sense because that's what Pillowman does, but I don't want to arc the spotlights from the Exablarman, so I won't mark the conditions. Are you crazy? No. Yeah, so I'll say I'll probably give an opportunity away, but because I'm all alone on the field, on the ice field, covered in ice, and Luminamon isn't really in any way equipped to deal with the threat. The ice will break under me, and I'll be just not really capable of doing anything to protect myself, apparently. I give my ground and lash in. I would say, yeah. Guys, please, a little help here. I know you're all busy. I don't want to miss your very important things. But it would be nice if we help out moment and try and get on the right foot this time. Oh, please, could you please help me? Oh no.
Sorry, who are you provoking to foolhardy action?
Yes.
The closest. Everybody.
The answer is yes.
I provoke Pablo, who's not here right now.
Pablo gets like a message
I
from
am-
the
I
Jedi
am-
spirits.
Right though, now's not the time to fight the big guy. I think probably we can talk about this. Could you please? How would Sonia get mad? I never really.
She's never really gotten mad, has she? She's always been very like, I'm sorry, I don't mean it.
She's been annoyed during the dream arc, but right now she was under big stress at that point. Big doofus, do something!
Move it, you dumb fuck!
Sorry, is that
Out
type
of
stuff?
nowhere.
So which condition are you inflicting? Sorry, wait. Sorry, you're trying to provoke them into foolhardy action, right? Or are you trying to take advantage of your influence over them?
I don't have influence on them. So.
Okay, so in that case,
can only-
roll to provoke the person that you provoke. Did you say it was Taisto? Sorry.
Yes.
Cool. Roll to
Provoke
Taisto.
-2. -2, and it's reckless, which is +1. So it's -1.
Is Provoke reckless?
It wasn't?
Provoke is superior.
Yeah, Provoke's superior.
Superior, so it's 0. So, well, just -2 then.
0.
0.
That is so much potential. You can fit some.
11.
Brilliant.
Nice. So,
both
okay.
the carrot and
on,
the stick.
on 11 you get both the carrot and the stick. So if they do it, you add a team to the pool. If they don't do it, they mark a condition.
So what was the action you were trying to? Well,
Stop fighting, help me, and try and talk. I don't know. Help me first. Yes, help me. Yes.
how is that foolhardy action? Right. Well, anyway, I'm gonna flat out ignore that because fuck you.
Wow! You didn't like the big doofus?
He's the master of foolhardy action. He's about to punch God.
In that case, Taisto, you have to mark a condition. Explain how
just
Sonya...
give me a second. Just give me a second.
No.
I will do that in a moment. I think. Yeah. So okay, yeah, all right, yeah, okay. Just. All right. Well, I don't need that. Whatever.
Goodbye.
So Taisto, upon seeing the like icicle attack from Hexablaumon, just heard Sonya and Sonya's cry for help. He glances back, momentarily losing focus on Hexablaumon to see what's up with Sonya, listening to her, goad him into doing whatever she wants, whatever she wants. He grabs his Digivice and screams into it like a radio phone to Kagayaki to make sure that Sonya is safe. He lowers it, then he looks back at Hexablaumon and is like, "I'm sorry, Sonya, but this is exactly the time to fight the big guy." And then charges again because go smash. He's a bit afraid that he's focusing on the Hexablaumon to make sure that the threat is stopped. Is going to just end up with them all dying or whatever. So he's a bit hopeless. But yeah, let's go with that anyway. So I think Mistimon is again going to attack Hexablaumon. This time. This time there's a. Actually, let's go with this one. So yeah, Mistimon steps forward and starts addressing Hexablaumon again. I'm just gonna lower the music just a bit. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. Hexablaumon. I am your opponent now, and don't you forget it, he says as he, flings another bolt of fire of 5 at Hexablaumon again to make sure to keep his attention.
Roll to provoke Hexablaumon.
Oh
What
shit!
happened
I
to the
don't
music?
want to. I don't want to. Do I have to? If I don't want to do it.
If you do it, you do it.
Okay,
Oh,
so I give you the option not to roll, but fail it automatically, so get the potential anyways.
Oh shit! Oh crap! Oh no! Oh, this is gonna go well.
You can fit so much potential in this bad boy. And you ain't getting shit for help, my guy.
Yeah,
So Hexablaumon says, "No, you are not my opponent. You are my goal." He clenches his fist one more time, and these ice shackles erupt from the ground and chain Mistymon's arms and pull him into the ground. He's pulled to his knees, and he says, "I know you don't agree with my methods, but this is the only way. These Digidestined are imposters. They must be replaced And the
Imposters.
Vortex Warriors
Sus.
must reign
Do they
as the
ban-
Digidestined.
Sorry, I had to.
I know you don't
fool.
understand now, but you will, he says.
You're a fool, Hexablaumon. Your foolhardy action to try and save us was for naught. Your lackeys have destroyed ancient Irismon and Chronomon. What is your plan if you're going to destroy us to save us? Mr. Montello.
Actually,
So Hexablaumon like turns to Sorcerymon, who's crawled towards him earlier, and he's like, "Is this true, my disciple?" No, it's not. They destroyed the statues, not us. We just wanted to release the seals, but every single time they came and they broke them. It's not our fault, Master. And then you see the Sorcerymon like wave his hand with some magic, and an ice sculpture like appears before him, and you see like an action shot replay of like a Flame Wizardmon like smashing his back against one of the statues and it crumbling to pieces. You see another shot of the Sleepmon putting everyone to sleep, and wait, sorry, it is Sleepmon, isn't it? I've got the name right, haven't I?
Well, yes.
Yeah.
Sleep.
Yeah, Sleepmon putting everyone to sleep and then cracking the statue that released Chronomon Destroy mode. He like creates these like icy visions out of the icy snow and fog in front of him. And he's like, "This is how it went down, Master. Believe me, we did not mean to destroy them, but these Digidestined, they were ruthless. They came to our
What did you
hideout.
want to?
We just wanted to bring you back, Master. Please, forgive us." And we see Hexablaumon. His face looks dumbstruck. He is so like angry to the core at the fact that his goal of bringing back the Vortex Warriors has been like demolished. Like he can't bring them back if those statues aren't around. We see the Sorcerymon see that vision of anger in front of him, and he says, "But have no fear, Master. This one statue still does remain untouched, unscathed. You could still bring one of the Vortex Warriors back at the very least."
everyone's favorite, Gaiumon.
Yeah, the guy who was not part of the Vortex Warriors, really. Except then he was, and then he wasn't, and then he was again.
Don't worry about it. He also died away, but also became a statue anyways. So
We see
It's complicated.
Hexablaumon bring his greatsword down in anger and slash the Sorcerymon. The data explodes into a cacophony of ones and zeros as it perishes. He absorbs the data to his sword, and he says, "You're next." And he charges at Taisto, not Mistymon. Taisto. He charges at. At this moment, I would like Pablo to come back onto the scene, please.
Fred, my boy.
Hello. What's up?
Pablo,
What
make
is up,
make a
Mr.
dramatic entrance.
I'm bad at those. And at everything, really. Gotta get the music in there, huh? Alright, so...
So what is happening is that Hexablaumon has just destroyed Sorcerymon with a swing of his sword and absorbed the Sorcerymon's data into the magic sword. And he's like, "I'm going to murder a child," and then is going to
The normal
is
stuff. Yeah, the usual.
charging Taisto with the sword to murder him, impale him, to slice him in half. You know, normal stuff.
Okay,
That's
so
gonna be
what I
done.
had planned was... So we see this figure, right, come out of like a shadow, obviously near the entrance. So he steps a foot and reveals to be Pablo, who like grabs a small pebble and tries to throw it at Hexablow to, get his attention. I don't know if that works, but he tries. And then we see this gigantic, like, human-sized horn appear from behind, right? And as it gets closer, it reveals this green, armored face. And it's... Give me a second, I forgot to pull up the image. I'm very dumb.
Wow.
I planned this, okay? Let me get it. So we see this armored face with 3 horns and the sort of crest going to the back, and it's revealed to be... Let me put the image, putting the image in player chat. It's a Triceramon who is someone that evolved, and I will explain who it is later. Yay.
Is it Santa?
Possibly.
Wow. He's saved.
For
Yeah,
everyone
so-
who doesn't know what a Triceramon looks like at home, I've put it up on screen.
Yeah, good. We don't want them missing anything. So, this mysterious character, who is a Triceramon, would probably now rush into Hexablow, try and get his attention. Like knock him over or something.
Cool, so we see Pablo step out from the shadows all dramatically, his jacket over his shoulder billowing in the wind.
Very
he
cool.
throws a rock at Hexablow that just kind of bounces off the top of his head, distracting him long enough to turn his head ever so slightly and catch out of the corner of his eyes the Triceramon charging at him. It spears him in the side of his stomach and tackles him to the ground. And Hexablow tumbles over, but he like flips the Triceramon with him, and they both like land on the floor in a sort of kerfuffle. This gives you like some breathing room, Taisto, to work with, as Hexablow sort of incapacitated very briefly. And Kageaki, Taisto did yell down in the Digivice, "Save Sonya!"
Yeah, no
what are you
shit.
doing?
I was going to do that anyways. So,
Careful with
Dormon
the
vents
man.
into the shadow. I'm sorry, I had to. Dormon melts into the shadow and reappears behind Sonya and the quite weakened Luminamon, snatching them and taking them away.
Cool. Roll to defend Sonya from
Nothing.
from the icicles that's still forming.
Oh, they are falling still.
Yeah.
See? 13.
Sweet, you do
I'm
it.
just
And when
good.
you do it, you get to either add team to the pool, take influence over Sonya, or clear a condition.
I am going to clear guilty.
Because you kept your promise.
And I also haven't smashed any of the statues myself, for the record.
Yeah, it was all Taisto and Sonya.
Straight up.
It was not Taisto, it was Mojimon.
No, it was very much
with
you.
Taisto.
Cool, so we see you teleport into the icicles, the shadows form and reveal Matadormon, and he grabs Sonya, grabs Luminamon, and then teleports the heck out of there, far enough away that the icicles aren't able to reach you anymore, Sonya. You are in a safe
Good.
place now.
I survived.
Okay, that's a bit too much.
Hexablow currently off balance. He's been tackled by Triceramon. What do you all do?
Apollo, you're here.
I am. They brought you help. Yeah.
Great. Great work, buddy. Then Tyson
It's
turns.
patronizing, but alright.
That was such a good job for you.
Yeah.
God.
I feel so attacked right now.
Nice. Great
Wow, there's an
team
update.
dynamic.
All right, let
Cool.
me see. I think. Yeah. I think what happens next is that now that Hexablaumon has been momentarily distracted, Mistimon is going to take this opportunity to escape. You can see that there's this glowing, fiery energy that shoots out his body and down the ice shackles that are keeping him down, and then they disintegrating them, and then he leaps forward to swing at Hexablaumon with his sword, the Heart of Fire, while he's still off balance by the attack of Triceramon.
Cool. Roll to directly engage a threat with normal roll. No disadvantage.
Okay, in the meantime, I want to actually give him a scan
Right.
and see if I can figure out some sort of weakness, like, let's say, by assessing the situation in some way.
It's made of ice.
So what I'm hearing is you want to defend.
Ice, baby.
Actually, after we'll do that after Taisto's
Yeah.
after Taisto's outcome. So you got a 9, Taisto. Pick one of the options.
Yeah. I think what happens is that as Hexablaumon has been momentarily put off balance by being speared in the side by Triceramon, just as he's about to turn around and basically murder the Triceramon, he gets hit a new time by Mistimon spearing him from the other side with the Heart of Fire, and gets knocked further away, unable to retaliate against either of them because he's been knocked up.
Cool. So we see
I'm
the,
resisting or avoiding blows.
Yeah, so we see the sword come down, smack Hexablaumon backwards even further. Hexablaumon shoots out several icicles towards you, which Mistimon just blocks deftly with his swords, parries them in midair. You get him on the back foot. He's got a big crack in his helmet armor, where the sword connected with his face.
You were always a short-sighted one, Hexablaumon. It was not your plan that managed to succeed in saving any of us. It was your plan that destroyed us. You and your actions reduced the Vortex Warriors down to pebbles and rubble, and the only way that any of us was able to survive was because of the courage and the friendship and the knowledge, the hope and the light of the Digidestined. And if it takes every bit of power that we have, we're going to show you that power and make sure that you never succeed in your plan to bring about a new Ice Age. Mistimon, charges, and I think maybe we'll see. Yeah.
I think Hexablaumon replies before you charge. He says, "But my plan wasn't short-sighted. It worked. You've been revived as a chosen one. That's proof that what I did was not in vain."
No, that's proof. The proof of your plan is that your plan is unforgivable. You have destroyed ancient Irismon and Chronomon.
The other one.
Took you a bit.
Holy moly!
The other one.
No, you destroyed them, he says, as he meets your blow with his sword, deflects the Heart of Fire with his greatsword. You see the greatsword morph into a spear, which he twizzles around in his left hand deftly and skillfully, and he points it towards you raises it over his shoulder and directly throws it towards you. This spear is coming straight for Mistymon. If he doesn't move out of the way, it will hit him directly in the chest. What do you do?
I think Mistymon wants to make a point. He's going to be a bit trusting here, and make sure that Hexablamon understands that it wasn't the plans or the machinations or anything else of Hexablamon that made the Vortex Warriors, or some of the Vortex Warriors, survive. It was the power of being able to stare a murderous spear of ice in the face and not flinch. So let's see. If I'm going to die, I will die. If I'm not going to die, I won't die, which is nice and all.
Wait, so you're just going to take the spear head on?
He's going to take the spear head on.
Okay, roll to take a powerful blow, please.
Before that, would you say that taking the spear head on to make a point is embodying the values of someone's crest?
Definitely, 100%. It's being recklessly courageous, if you want to put it that way.
I think we are treading the line between courage and stupidity, but okay.
So let's see what's going on.
Right.
Those are a lot of conditions.
Yes, I do, which is why I was kind of hoping that I would get to do this before, and I was kind of also hoping that I would roll more than 10, because otherwise I'm fucked. So, yes, clear probably that, sure. As the spear, the spear like approaches Mistymon at a breakneck pace, but as it approaches, there's a freezing of the time seems to slow down as you get these like I don't actually know what they are. The screen gets like split into multiple like segments as you show different characters' reactions to what's happening, and then just as it's about to hit, there's this blazingly white, brilliant light of evolution coming from Mistymon that washes out everything else, and as it washes over the entire screen and then fades away, in place of Mistymon there is a familiar character of medieval Digimon standing right there, and I don't actually know what happens to the spear. It could be like washed away in the evolution, or it might just still try to murder him. I can take the powerful blow if you want.
I'll say that it melts away with the evolution energy.
Yeah. All right. So the spear has like vanished as Hexablamon stands there and starts rattling off again at Hexablamon. You're a fool. You've murdered 2 of us, and now you're trying to murder a 3rd one. These kinds of crimes are beyond salvation, and even if you had understood that... What are you guys talking about? Even if you had understood that before you tried to enact your foolish plan, we would still probably have had to, defeat you anyway, because we're Vortex Warriors. Medieval Digimon, was not saved by you or your plans. It was the power of Daisto's courage that has brought me back and saved me from Gulfmon's evil curse. You could never have understood that.
Covers Luminamon's ears.
I think Hexablamon retorts. He's like, I did no such thing. As Sorcerymon said before I dispatched of him, it was you who destroyed ancient Irismon. It was this girl who destroyed Chronomon. They were merely encased in statues. They could have been brought back to life, and you squandered that opportunity. And this girl's light not only revived the same Golfmon that injured you, but turned it into a chosen one too. I can't think of a more unworthy Digimon.
Sorry, what? Hell, record scratch, what?
So he knows that, apparently.
Somehow.
Apparently he knows that. Okay, cool.
He knows that.
So where the heck did Fred go? Fred, no.
Fred died.
Actually, if you want to be technical, they released a mad ice Mojamon inside the cave.
No, it's just Mojamon.
No, it was an ice Mojamon.
No, it's
just
literally just Mojamon.
No, it's ice Mojamon.
There's Mojamon and there's Jungle Mojamon. There isn't.
No, now it is ice Mojamon. Ice baby. They released a berserk Mojamon into the cave.
Ice Monkey. Mon.
Like, it was going to smash the statue anyways. It was berserk. I don't understand that part.
I mean, Mojamon wasn't there to smash a statue. Mojamon smacked a Flame Wizardmon who flew into the statue by accident. But yeah, as far as everyone's concerned, it was Flame Wizardmon that broke it.
No, it was Mojamon. Oh, whatever. Let's see. Yeah. No, that's enough.
He said it
Catchphrase 2.
Yes, he did. Yeah. Oh no, he said the catchphrase again.
Let me just
double
cross that one.
Double mark.
Out of curiosity, what is everybody else's reaction to seeing Taisto reach the mega level? You've not seen Medieval Digimon before. Like, what's
Show
the
off.
reaction to seeing not only a Vortex Warrior, but like one of you guys reaching like one of the highest Digimon level stages?
Genuine worry that he is the first one to do so, considering he punches first and asks later.
That's a fair complaint, actually.
Because everyone's worried about Taisto.
I am the voice of everyone. We are a hive mind.
Now,
I am cautiously impressed.
Now, Zachary has disconnected. I don't think he'll be able to make it back because his phone overheated
Yeah,
or
it's
something.
T-pose.
So everyone here has now entered battle against a dangerous foe. So let's do extra team so that you have it available to you. Let's do... Where is it? Where's the notes?
I want to have. Actually, I think I do.
So it's... does anybody in the team have influence over every teammate?
I do.
Cool. So that is 3 bonus team at the moment. Has everybody in the team got the same purpose in this fight?
Yeah.
Stop the asshole.
The Ice Age.
Kill Hexablown. Yeah.
Wait a minute.
That's a different goal.
Yeah, I know.
But are we here to stop the plans of the High Sorcerer or not?
Sure.
Right.
Lame.
Here to murder him.
Is that your
Sorry,
consensus as well, Sonia? Because at one point you were on the same side as Sorcerymon, thinking it was a good idea to bring back the Ice Sorcerer. Are you still on board with like stopping the Ice Sorcerer? Out of curiosity.
Well, right now she's a bit conflicted about it, but he's clearly not listening to us. So at least beating him down just enough so he's more prone to listening, like we've done before with Vandemon and stuff. But she definitely doesn't want to kill, if that's your purpose. So.
Cool. So I'll just say that you all want to stop him. So 4.
Right.
Does any member of the team mistrust another member of the team?
No. I think.
And are you ill-prepared or off-balance?
I wouldn't say so, to be honest.
I wouldn't say we're prepared. Well enough, we're off balance.
Not off balance. I don't think we're unprepared at the very least.
Yeah, Yeah, that's fair. We're mediocrely prepared.
Cool. So,
Are we?
That
no, no, no,
means-
one more. Are we all on board with letting Taisto handle the fighting and Kagayaki keep Sonya safe, and the rest is basically whatever you guys want to do? I don't hear
Probably.
dissenting voices.
for anyone wondering,
Alright.
Taisto's trying to use leader.
Yes.
Yeah, I
Are
do
we,
have fucking
are we,
guess.
are we following Taisto's plan, or are we not following
What
Taisto's
plan? There is no plan. He just hit
What
it.
plan? No, wait, what?
So Taisto's plan is let Taisto handle the brunt of the fighting. Kage keeps Sonya safe. The rest is,
Pablo can go fuck himself.
assist. If we're on board with that, then we're following Taisto's plan.
So,
Okay, so let Pablo die. Got it.
So does
Yeah, I know. I brought
do you
the
guys
Paramount. My time here is over, man.
do you guys agree
I
that
think-
Taisto should be the one to fight and everybody else should just back off and try to protect themselves, or do you think
no,
we should fight as a team?
No. It's Taisto handles the brunt of the fighting. It's, part
I
of-
want to
yeah,
fight too. Come on.
That's fine. That's completely fine.
Well, it's not part of the plan, though, so get fucked.
No. It's part of the improvisation part of the plan.
If you're improvising, by definition, you don't have a plan.
No. The plan is Taisto handles the brunt of the fighting. Okay, I can keep Sonya safe. That's the part of the plan that exists. Pablo doesn't have an assigned task. Pablo can assist in the fighting. Fine. That's fine. That's part of the plan.
We are really stretching the definition of plan here, aren't we?
Yeah,
Well, Taisto isn't the kind of person to just go give out orders. He kind of gives okay, Kagayaki do something or that. If we need to have a planning montage of Taisto assigning everyone.
okay. Let's reframe this. Is everybody in the battle okay with following Taisto's orders as a leader?
That's a bit
No,
of a weird
I'm very
one.
much.
In that
He
case,
hasn't exactly shown the most steady thinking in the group.
the move does not
Taisto has
trigger.
the steadiest. Taisto has the steadiest thinking. What are you guys on
You
about?
have left the team twice!
Once.
Twice!
One. I mean,
Twice.
a little trip in the forest doesn't count.
You literally said, I am leaving!
And then he came back.
That's not steady!
Yeah, I'm gonna veto that. You're 5-team already. I think 5's enough.
Right, whatever. Let's get this show on the road. Yeah. And what was the last thing that happened? That was the last thing that happened.
I was
Yes.
trying to scan him for the past 20 minutes.
Yeah, so basically, you blamed Hexablamon for destroying the statues. He pointed out that you were the ones that destroyed the statues. He could have revived them if you hadn't broken them. Then I asked if everyone was cool with doing the team moves, so that's where we were at.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. That's enough. Yes. That's enough. Not Hexablamon. Medieval Dukemon, leader of the Vortex Warriors, have now been revived thanks to the power of the Digidestined, not by you, and you have shown nothing but unrepentant lack of remorse over your actions that have caused the destruction of the rest of the Vortex Warriors. You have sown chaos, worry, danger, and destruction wherever your plans have touched. And we will make sure to stop your plans of an ice age and bring you the justice that you deserve for meddling in the Chosen One's mission to save the digital world. That I promise you. And then Medieval Dukemon just flies towards Hexablamon to smack him in the chest with his halberd.
Scalpel. I'm sorry.
His halberd.
I'm sorry, I had to.
his grave, you would say.
Roll to directly engage a threat.
I shall do that, thank you. 7.
Cool. Describe yourself trading blows with him and tell us which option you pick.
Right. So, I think Hexablamo manages to, not die, unfortunately. He conjures another lance or spear or whatever he has to block the attack from Medieval Dukemon, but then Medieval Dukemon kicks in. Medieval Dukemon. Medieval Dukemon. We've gone over this joke 15 times already. Can we not do it again?
Dukemon.
I will never get tired of that joke. I apologize, but no. It's so good.
Dukemon.
It's great, yeah. Up there with like Kerpimon.
Kerpimon good and the
Good
other
and
one black.
The two engage in a fight where they trade blows by each trying to outmaneuver the other with their use of their, one has an axe and the other has a spear. Both are actually very...
Is that a spear? I don't know. Looks like
A halberd is a polearm, which is basically a spear.
It's a spear. Good enough. And...
It's like a German spear.
I mean, I did describe him turning his sword into a spear, so at the moment he is wielding a spear.
Cool.
Each of them are actually great fighters, it turns out. They're using their, the range of their weapons to the fullest. They have perfect distance from each other. But in the end, it turns out that Hexablamo notices a flaw in Medieval Dukemon's armor and manages to pierce through the shoulder of Medieval Dukemon. But in the moment, he doesn't realize that it's not a killing blow. It's not going to stop Medieval Dukemon. And by lodging his spear in the shoulder of Medieval Dukemon, he's giving Medieval Dukemon the opportunity to unleash an even more terrible attack against himself. And so you can see that as the shot kind of zooms out from where the spear hit Medieval Dukemon, it brings into view the axe that has been raised, ready to strike down, and Medieval Dukemon brings it down with full force at Hexablamon's helmet. Yes. I think I'm going to take away his armor by this. We're going to send through some shockwave that shatters the armor around him, or at least makes it worse for wear.
So I want to point out, you probably can't get rid of his armor because his ice magic literally lets him make armor and weapons. He could literally just forge himself new armor. You could potentially give yourself an opening where he's having to rebuild it if you do shatter it, though. Is that
let's go with that then.
So you temporarily take away his armor. So we see the halberd come down. It smashes into the helmet of Hexablamo and sends shockwaves through him. The helmet splits and shatters, and he takes a step backwards as that happens. The halberd comes down just in front of his face, slices down the center of his chest, splitting that armor as well. And he drops...
Jesus Christ!
He drops the spear in his hands to make that distance, and takes a step back. The spear inside Medieval Dukemon starts to melt away and turn into like a snowy powder. He's like, I see your skills haven't diminished since the academy. I've missed our sparring sessions, old friend.
You have no right to call me friend anymore. Not after what you've done, Hexablaumon.
What I've done is tried to save your life. Why can't you see that?
I told you it wasn't worth saving, not for the price you were going to pay for it. And the price wasn't yours to pay.
Cool. I think what happens next is Hexablamon. He says, I know you don't understand, but it has to be this way. He snaps his fingers. Shackles erupt from the ground again. The chains, instead of just shackling their arms, wrap around both you and Medieval Gallantmon and chain him to the floor. He then waves his arm. His eyes flash an icy blue as the snow in the area picks up into a snowstorm, and it envelops where Kageyaki, Pablo, and Sonia are. They get thrown into this blizzardy tundra as ice and snow buffet them and hit their skin, piercingly cold to the touch, and blinds them to what's going on. Kageyaki, you're the first to notice, considering you're the one who has lots of superior.
I have what?
Several. I'm pretty sure you're the one with the superior, aren't you? Your entire character is. Oh wow! You.
My
you
entire
got zero,
character has
okay.
been protecting people for a hot minute.
Never mind. You don't have much superior. No, does anyone have any superior? None of you are good at superior. Okay, in that case, you guys see in the blizzard these ice swords mixed in with the snow, and they fly at you periodically. One of them literally flies over the top of Kageyaki's shoulder and pierces the ground behind him. You're still holding Sonia. Matadormon is still holding Sonia and Luminamon in its arms. Pablo, you're lost alone in the blizzard. You also dodge a sword. What do you guys do? You're trapped in a blizzard.
Oh boy, I get to move. Apparently not scan him is what I'm not going to do.
We're trapped in a blizzard. What the... Huh.
In that case, I
Fire.
will combine my fireball with Matadormon's digicode and turn it into a sort of wall of flame.
And what's the goal of the wall of flame? Are you trying to escape the blizzard, or just defend yourself against the ice?
To put a barrier that doesn't let the blizzard and swords get to us.
Okay. I would like you to roll plus superior. This is Hexablamon's custom move. When you're trapped within Hexablamon's blizzard and try to defend yourself against it, roll plus superior. On a 10+, you manage to escape the damage unscathed. On a 7 to 9, you become confused and off balance. Mark a condition that represents this. On a 1 to 3, take a powerful blow.
Wait. You'll have to repeat that because my headphones cut off after a roll, and then I had a roll superior and nothing in between.
Cool. So when you are trapped within Hexablamon's blizzard and try to defend yourself against it or escape, roll plus superior. On a 10+, you manage to escape or defend yourself. On a 7 to 9, you become confused and off balance. Mark a condition to represent this. On a 1 to 3, take a powerful blow as you are unable to defend yourself against the ice and snow.
Lovely, let's not roll any for good stats. Why not? 7.
Cool. So you become confused and off balance in the snow. The flame wall is only marginally effective. Some of the snow and some of the swords are still making their way through, just much less of them. Could you mark a condition to show how that makes you feel? It might be like some sort of frustration. It could be that you're feeling like trapped and hopeless. How does Kageyaki feel in this situation?
Sorry, what you say? I was doing something else. I kind of lost the last minute. What
Let's
happened?
go with insecure as much as I don't want to lose my defend.
Cool.
We're trapped in a blizzard, and Tageyaki's trying to get us out and has a little bit of trouble doing so.
Cool.
The blizzard has flying ice swords in it.
So a usual blizzard. I mean, who hasn't seen one of those in their days?
Yeah, I described a sword flying over his head, and I also described a sword bearing itself at your feet, Pablo.
Alright,
If you don't try to defend yourselves or get out of this blizzard, you'll probably be impaled by a whole bunch of swords. So probably best to try and get
That's
away.
not great. Alright, let me do some very quick research.
Research?
Yeah, I'm just checking some moves for just want to check some.
Okay.
Oh, I could. Okay. So, I assume Gazimon is with me. We haven't really talked about him at all, but I assume he's with me.
Yeah, he's with you as always.
Cool. So I would have him evolve into Lynxmon, move a little bit farther away, so it's not like next to me, so I don't get like killed or whatever. And he'll do like a heat explosion to maybe like repel the ice swords.
Cool. Roll superior.
Sorry, what's that?
Superior.
Superior.
All right, flat 2d6. Let's go. That's all right, I guess.
Cool. So on an 8, it catches you off balance, but you do defend yourself reasonably well. Mark a condition to represent you being off balance and confused from the blizzard. It disorientates you. Tell us which one you mark and how it makes Pablo feel.
I mean, angry probably. I feel like
Cool. Mark angry.
I did.
Sorry, go on. You were going to say something.
Yeah, sir. Yeah, okay, so I marked angry. Because I feel like hopeless doesn't really work here, because I feel like Pablo still thinks there's a chance, but yeah, I feel like he gets angry. Alright.
Cool. Sonia, do you want to try and help get out and defend against these ice swords and the blizzard?
Yeah, I could probably do something with this holy energy bursting from me. I could create a big ball of horror that could repel all of these nasty swords and hopefully get us out, damage the barrier just enough to be able to flee. And
Cool.
I guess it's superior too.
Yep, it's superior because of this custom move.
Okay.
It's difficult to see the swords coming. They're like masked by the icy blizzard.
I mean, you do have help from me, literally being right in front of you with a firewall.
You rolled a 9. Does anybody want to push that up to a 10 with the team?
I just said so, yes.
Oh, sorry. How do you help?
I'm like right there and have erected a wall of fire that is keeping some of it away from her so she can concentrate better.
Cool. So that goes up to a 10. You go down to 14. Describe what happens when you defend yourself against the blizzard and manage to escape it, Sonia.
So with all of our powers combined, we managed to on the first repel all the swords, then trying to overpower it with our big explosions of flames and holy energy, and just push and expand the sphere of the blizzard itself, so it kind of it bursts from all of the pressure combined to all of oppression combined, and it disappears, and we manage to just flee before it can come, if it can reform just again. Yes, just in time. I did it. I described things.
Cool.
Yeah,
So
that's better than I can.
we get
so
like this
good job.
cool action scene where the camera pans from outside the blizzard. We see medieval Dupemon struggling against the chains on the floor, Taisto being tied up, going like, "You'll never get away with this. That's enough." Hexablaumon takes a step past Taisto and medieval Dupemon and walks towards the blizzard. And then we see the holy light and the fires coming from your Digimon. It bursts out of the blizzard. The blizzard dissipates as if it was sort of fog across a disco dance floor, and the silhouettes of you three and your Digimon are masked like perfectly in the crescent darkness of the dark zone, with the light emanating from the swamp. It's this awesome action scene where like there's lots of this glittery, sparkly stuff where the swords have exploded. Your light of Luminamon glowing in the background, giving you this amazing, awe-inspiring Digidestined appearance. Hexablaumon is approaching you. He believes he's weakened you. What do you do while he's basically just you know the whole JoJo reference where it's like, "Oh, you're approaching
Is that
me?"
JoJo reference?
He's basically walking towards you, and you're like, "Oh, you're approaching us?" And he's like, I can't beat you half to death if I don't approach you."
We're very small.
What do you guys do? He's obviously out to get rid of you so that he can replace you with the Vortex Warrior that still remains, the Gaiomon. He seems to be aiming specifically for your Digimon rather than any of the humans. What do you do?
Okay, so I'd like to get away from the others, run far enough away that he'd have to probably split his attention on either one of us, and mention and yell at him, "Hey, yes, so you're right. That was probably my partner probably was Golfmon back then and was reincarnated, and so that's, if you think about it, everything that happened is my fault. So you better focus on me right now. I'm should be a priority, right?"
Roll to provoke Hexablaumon. And do it with advantage, actually, because you make a really good point.
I will put
What do
it.
you want to do?
Just make sure superior. Okay, my advantage. Okay.
Oof. 4.
No, it's advantage.
No, 6.
Oh, 6. Oh, sorry. Yeah, sorry. I was reading it as a disadvantage. My bad. 6.
So
Does anyone want to boost that to a 7? Or, Sonia, maybe you can act selfishly to boost it to a 7.
I refuse to look him in the eye and go, "Yes, kill Sonia."
do it selfishly. Yes, it's me right now. I'm the one that broke the statues and stuff, and I'd probably do it again. Big Mini, right now you don't give me any reason to help you in your plans, so that wasn't them. That wasn't their fault. I did it all by myself. It was all part of my big master plan. Yes.
Question.
You see?
Does this count as Sonia's sad times for my bingo? It's very important that I know. I'll take that
What
as a
happens
yes.
next?
How does that portray Sonia as selfish, and how does your action of trying to get its attention and focus it on you ignore or insult the others in some way?
I was supposed to keep her safe.
Well,
mean,
first off, I ignore the plan and I put
what?
myself into needless danger, which I know is not usually something that's looked well in this group. And moreover, the fact that accepted and I revealed that I knew being Golfmon and being the one responsible for for hurting or half killing the Vortex Warriors might at least be surprising to medieval Dukemon or Taisto, maybe. I don't know if they believe me.
I know. I know for sure.
Yeah.
Wait, who's Golfmon?
Golfmon is what was his name? Tiger something. He was really good at it.
What?
Just Golf Star. Tiger Woods.
Tiger Woods.
Yes.
Golf
The
Man,
Golfman.
Tiger Woods.
Ah, Golf.
Yes, the Golfman.
Come on, just.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, so Sonia, you spend a team in the pool to act selfishly. Raise your superior and lower anything else.
I'll lower Savior. No, I don't know. Kind. There's no. I lower. That's so weird. I'm not sure which one I should. I'm acting as the bad guy, so I'm not the savior. I'll lower savior. Yes, I'll go with this.
I think you're the first player in the entire campaign to have less than like one savior.
Congratulations, me.
Yeah.
You did it. You killed us all.
So yeah, that boosts you up to a 10. Sorry, a 7. Sorry, my bad. To provoke him. So you can make him hesitate or one of the other ones. So he can either stumble, hesitate, or overreact. I think he overreacts. You gain influence over Hexablamon.
Ooh, nice.
He charges towards you, absolutely taking the bait. He believes that Golfmon is probably the least worthy of being a Digidestined chosen one that anyone could ever pick because of what he did. Little does he know about Kaguya.
The guy who actually killed one of the Vortex Warriors.
But yeah, he charges at Sonya, at Luminamon, and he yells out. One second, I'm going to think about what he's going to say. Just 2 seconds. I think he says. He addresses Luminamon directly. Actually, he says, "After all you did, you dare show your face as a hero of the world? How dare you? How dare you replace the worthy Digimon who could have become the saviors of this world? You are unworthy. Why, ancient Irismon would have been a much better selection by Yggdrasil. At the very least then, the Digidestined could protect 2 worlds rather than just 1. He motions his arm, and a small tomahawk appears in his hand, in both hands, sorry, and he flings both of them towards Luminamon, and they spin with deadly accuracy, and they're aiming straight towards her. What do you do?
Luminamon will probably try and use their small size and the fact that she can turn invisible to try and escape the attack.
Cool. Roll to unleash your powers.
Yes, I will. She's unique, right? Any English powers? I don't have any moves that do any weird stuff, I don't think. So, well, that should be good. And I have influence over that guy too. Oh,
Yes, you get +1.
oh wow. +1 plus the rest. Oh, wow. Plus unit. So yeah, that's the one thing I can do actually. If I fail this roll,
You die.
just
Basically.
Nice.
just
Straight to the point. I like it.
I just stop playing, I think.
Lovely.
You don't live anymore,
Never.
basically.
Wait, you have 3 unique? Oh, you do. Sweet.
Forever
Nice.
and ever.
That's an 11, which means that you do it. Describe what that looks like.
Well, Luminamon is so small and so fast that she can effortlessly dance around the projectiles, and the aim of the Ice Sorcerer is made even harder by the fact that she can appear and disappear at will, making it really, really annoying to try and focus his aim just on her. And she does it while having the biggest smile on her face right now because she has no fear in her heart at this very moment. She has all of the light and the confidence she needs to know what she's doing and know that she is worth it in the end. After all.
Cool.
No, don't worry about it.
We're gonna cut to Pablo now. Pablo,
Yes.
you've escaped the blizzard with the help of Sonya and Kageyaki. You see, Taisto chained to the floor in icy chains alongside
Jesus.
medieval Digimon.
Jesus
he's
Christ.
pinned down to the ground and can't move. What do you do to try and help him? Or do you not?
Okay, first thing, no, that'd be mean. Just leave
Spit on
him.
him.
Just fuck you. But like, question: is Triceramon nearby?
Yeah, he's still alive. Yes.
Yeah, but is he like with us, or is he like?
Yeah, he's
So-
with us. He's getting to his feet still after he took down Hexblamon and got flipped. He can totally
Alright,
be there.
What I was thinking was that Triceramon could use his like rotating horn to try and break the icy chains.
Cool. I will make a roll for him to do that.
Cool. Let's see how that goes.
He's an NPC, and so I get to roll for him.
Yep. Do you guys even know who he is? I don't think I've said that yet.
I'm
Santa.
assuming it's Tyrannomon.
Wait,
Yeah.
no, we said it's Santa.
What? No.
It's seriously not Tyrannomon.
But it's
I went for the comic relief. If you guys remember who it is, then that's good.
Comic relief. Okay, you can tell me afterwards.
Yeah. The stash man.
Wait, so does its horn rotate? I didn't think it rotated, but okay.
I'm pretty sure it does. I remember like in World 2 it did that. But let me like pull it up.
Oh, is it Dromojimon? Is he turned into a Triceramon?
What? But
Maybe.
the Digimon is depending on
Oh,
the.
sweet. Okay, so yeah, he specializes in digging and breaking things, so...
I just thought it'd be funny to bring him back. I
Let's
could
see.
have gone for like Mamimon or like Tyrannomon, but I went for fucking Dromojimon.
That's great.
He's a
Great.
good role.
So let's do
Love
this.
it.
Oh, he rolled shit.
Oh yeah, fuck. Jesus, you suck ass.
He rolled a
He
5.
doesn't even have stats.
He rolled a 5 on an
I thought
advantage
I
roll.
thought the GM.
Fucking
doesn't-
advantage, you roll a 5. What weakling? Well, fucking.
I think, though, if you would like to help him, and if Taisto would like to help as well to try and break the chains,
Hey,
you could
Taisto.
push it up to a 7.
Yeah, but how? Okay,
He will
help him.
believe. He will go on the chains and warm them
I
up.
guess
Doesn't-
like maybe
Doesn't-
I don't know. Like Dark Tyrannomon could like use his fire to like weaken the
Yeah.
chains slightly, or Gazimon could use like his claws.
Sure.
But that's still just a 6, which isn't enough.
Bear in mind your link's one at the moment.
Sorry, what?
He's also fire.
I said bear in mind that you're a Lynxmon at the moment.
Oh, right, yeah. Well, I mean, I feel like that would still work, to be fair.
No,
Yeah.
but that's enough. So if you guys, if Triceramon and Lynxmon, you combine their powers to start make a dent in the chains, then I think Medieval Dukemon is able to cover the rest of the way by using a
he'll steal our moment. Yeah,
with it.
gotcha.
Cool, so we'll bring that down to
No,
one
no.
team in the pool.
No,
Chains-
he's
It
been
was-
trying
it was
to do it
missed.
this time. He's been trying to do this all this time, and then you actually managed to make it the rest of the way.
Cool. So we see Triceramon get up from the ground, his hulking size, covered in snow that he just shakes off and spins off with the drill on his nose. He stomps over towards where Taisto's pinned down, and he starts drilling into the chains with his nose. He's like, "G'day, mate. Fancy meeting you here."
I forgot Jumon's fucking Australian.
Now, just give me a second, I'll get you straight out of these chains, he says, as his nose pierces through the chains on Taisto. And we see, Lynxmon come from the other side and start, glowing with heat to melt Medieval Dukemon's chains a little bit. He's like, "Pablo told me you might need some help, and when it comes to saving the digital world, I thought I could throw my hat in the ring."
Wait, who's saying that?
Dromojimon. Or Triceramon.
yeah.
That's Dromojimon.
Gotcha.
And he snaps the chain around Taisto's chest.
Much appreciated, mate.
Oh no, the Australian accent.
It's contagious. It's contagious. It's the Australian one. The one with the mustache isn't here today.
What we got?
Primogimon, is that you?
Yeah. Pablo came to get
am
me,
I-
and the power of his Digivice digivolved me. I feel so strong. And he shows off his abs comedically.
Jesus. Oh wait, there's an
Okay,
image.
wow.
There's an image of Triceramon doing that. Let me get
Oh
it.
god.
There's an image
There
of
is
that?
one.
Oh god.
I am a huge Triceramon head. Let me get it.
Him?
Well, I mean, I guess it's not. He's kinda showing
Well,
off. I
good
guess.
thing we're not on Twitch.
Yeah. Let me get it. It's not. I guess it's not that similar, but he's showing off. He's a big chunker.
Oh, come on.
Okay then. Nice abs.
Yeah, nice abs, mate.
Wait, what? Why is it got that? No.
Are you sure you want something with clear lyrics?
True. I probably don't want to do that.
Because you're the reason we're not playing songs with
I
clear
thought
lyrics.
it'd be funny because of the pun you made.
It would be.
Let's do this.
1 hour aggressive epic battle mix.
Yeah, let's
World's
do,
most badass rock battle music ever.
let's do number 3. That sounds cool.
Come on now. How can you say no to that one though? Oh fuck.
It's kind of shit, actually. Someone else put on some music. I'm really bad at this.
You are. I just can't. I actually had some music, but I forgot.
Aww. I can play. Oh.
Ooh, shit, that's yes.
God damn it.
Cool, yeah. So you're
What?
freed from your chains.
Yes.
Dromojimon exclaims about how the power of Pablo's friendship Digivice somehow managed to make him evolve.
I am very cool.
Too
I
cool.
want
for
that
this
to be
shit.
made clear.
Well, I'm glad to have you, Triceramon. Let's see. So Hexablaumon is currently preoccupied by trying to murder Luminamon, is that correct?
Correct. He's throwing throwing tomahawks at her.
For the record, I plan to piss him off even more.
That's cool.
That's good. Good to know.
Alright. So Dyson takes a look at what's going on. He's been trying to get out of the chain, so he's not had a chance to see, and he takes stock of the situation and is like, "Oh yeah, a good job, Sonia." And then he looks up at Medieval Dukemon, who's also released from his chains thanks to Lynxmon. And the two nod at each other, and Medieval Dukemon throws up a few magical hand signs, and then the whole 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. There's 5 of us. Yes, the whole 5 of them just vanish from the side as they turn invisible.
Oh, you're casting an invisibility spell.
Yes, it's one of his powers. He can do that.
Wait, the Medieval Dukemon has invisibility powers? I didn't know about that.
He doesn't, but Ghostmon does.
Ghostmon does.
Okay,
Ghostmon
cool,
has the
cool.
power of invisibility.
Yeah,
and
that's
Ghostmon
fine.
does it-
I for a second there, I thought you meant Medieval Dukemon had that power inherently, and I was like, wait, what?
Well, he's a sword mage, so...
Cool. Roll to unleash your powers to see how effective that invisibility is.
10.
Sweet. It works. You are all invisible for now.
Okay, I can go ahead. Go nuts.
Perfect. So, first, we will try and cast a spell on him, and when that inevitably fails, we will drop the bombshell. So, Karayaki or Hexablaumon is solely focused on Luminamon. Will start casting on the air. Maladormon is going to give it a nice boost. And with all the goodwill in the world, black tentacles enhanced by Matadormon will pop out and try to stop him.
Cool. Roll to unleash your powers.
Yeah, I did not take copies, I did not. That's good. 13. What the fuck?
Cool, you do it. The tendrils wrap around Hexablaumon's arms as he's about to throw another tomahawk. The momentum of his arm like pulls against the tendrils, and he drops the tomahawk to the ground in front of him. He looks at his arms and is like, "What is this magic?" He starts like pulling at the goop, but it doesn't like come off because it's all gooey and liquidy rather than like solid, but it's still somehow holding it in place. What do you do now that he's like held in place by these tendrils?
Holy fuck, that worked. Well, since that worked, Maladormon, you are no longer going to be in danger. And this sure would be a good time for someone to come over and swoop him on the head.
What? Did I hear someone call out for Pablo?
Nah, I'm not.
Because last
No,
time
Not
I-
entirely.
I think that was a call out for Pablo to come.
I think we should just ask, honestly. Who was that call for? You know.
Also,
I think it was for Sonia, actually.
Pablo, I also just realized when you freed Taisto from the chains, you were technically embodying the power of friendship by being there for him.
See.
So if you would like to digivolve to your ultimate level, feel free. By rolling the dice.
Oh
to
shit!
digivolve.
Yeah, no, that's actually just damn. Yeah. I guess I will. See.
Yeah, well, you know.
And yeah, I guess I don't, it's not like there's a reason not to. So yeah, I guess Meltranamon, who I just wrote down on the sheet.
Yeah, you need to roll 2d6 plus conditions to see if you can digivolve.
Let's see. Plus conditions. Oh shit. I have like 4.
Oh wow,
The more
he's still a
conditions
mess.
you have, the
Interesting.
easier it is.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I guess yeah. Let me check. Yeah, 4. Okay, that's
Behold the 6.
yo.
Yeah, you
Let's-
managed to digivolve. Also, you
Mega
get to,
crit.
You get to clear a condition as the power of friendship fills you with power. So pick a condition to clear.
Afraid. I guess I'll remove afraid.
Cool. What does the digivolution look like when you go from Lynxmon to Metal Tyrannomon?
I feel like we see Lynxmon like leap into the air, and then we see like blue data like surrounding Lynxmon until it like becomes the shape of Dark Tyrannomon, and then even more data like fills Tyrannomon until to form like the mechanized parts, and then we see like the size change.
Cool. So we like see Lynxmon get bigger and bigger and bigger as it turns into a dinosaur. The metal
Yeah,
clamps around the
that's what
arm
science
on its
is.
head. It becomes humongous and slams down into the ground.
Yes.
It is absolutely huge.
Yeah.
It's about as big as Hexablamon and Medieval Dukemon.
Oh, sure, yeah. Yeah, we did say it was like it reached like Venom Miasmon's like knees.
Dick.
I think.
Yeah,
But,
because you marked like large size as one of your permissions, so you're extra
Yeah.
big.
it's like a kaiju essentially.
Yeah. So we see Hexablamon's ensnared by these tendrils that Kageyaki's casting. What do you do?
Well, I feel like there is an obvious path here. So Meltranomon. Let me check his attacks real quick because I'm bad at this. Thank God for Wikimon. Give me a sec.
Well, you do have literal nuclear warheads, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, that is true. I could unleash nuclear warfare. But yeah, so Meltranomon would probably not necessarily like fast because he's huge, but he'd like approach Hexablaumon and use like nuclear laser to fire a beam from his left hand, and then probably like 1-2 punch, and then Giga Destroyer 2 to fire a missile. So it's kind of like he'll get distracted by the laser and then get yoinked by a missile. Missile, however you pronounce it.
Cool. There is no way for Hexablamon to fight back. He's currently tendralized, so it's
Tenderlized. All right.
It's not a directly engaged threat because he's not being a threat at the moment. I'm going to say unleash your powers instead.
That would be what wall?
Unique.
Unique. I am a 0. All right.
It's better than reckless.
I mean, yeah, but like kind would be better. Let's see. Yo,
Neat!
I'm getting really good rolls.
Yo, mad.
My only bad roll was
Cool.
Triceramon,
So-
that was technically yours.
Fuck him up.
So Hexablamon gets hit by this barrage of missiles, attacks, beams of lasers, and smackdown. from
Nuclear
a tail.
warfare.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he just takes it all, and we see like some of his icy form start to melt away, and then he casts some magic to sort of pseudo reform it. The tendrils get blown away by the blast, scorching Hexablamon's wrists as it does so, and you see him drop to his knees, panting. This smoke is emanating off him, the steam from the ice turning into gas relatively quickly. I'm gonna quickly mark hit condition.
Oh shit. He's doing something.
So,
No.
Dang it.
yeah, so he's on his knee. He pants. The smoke, like emanating off of him. It's like he looks down at his knees and he's like, Why can't you see that you're not worthy? Give up your rights as chosen ones. Let someone else take the mantle, he says. And then
Fuck no.
echoing
Oh fuck. For
echoing,
someone not worthy, we sure are kicking his ass.
echoing through the darkness, we hear let me get some better music for this 1 second.
I cannot believe you've done this. My Exid.
No, he's very dumb. Like very much.
Exid.
Let's see, where's the music I want? There it is. Right.
Anyway, it's time for Keramon to do some not good things.
No.
Yeah, come on, show up. I need my bingo.
Error occurred.
I need Kayaki to get mad and Caramon show up.
That was part of a playlist, it
Oh,
seems,
shit.
and it did not like that.
Why did it?
Yeah.
Why did it not like that? How do I get like the link for the actual music that isn't on a playlist?
You
Very
click
good
the thing,
question.
you remove the end list bit.
Shut
Oh,
up,
okay, remove
shut
the
up,
end list
Sonia. You're too techie for us.
Let's
We're
remove
too
the end list bit.
stuck in the past.
Cool.
Da 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 da.
So we hear echoing through the billowing snow a very familiar. Oh ho ho.
Shit! Oh, what's happening?
But it's not like normal. You hear it 3 times over. Oh ho oh ho ho oh ho ho oh ho ho oh ho ho. You see a white portal just burst open above Hexablamon's head. And an eldritch form seeps through, the tendrils very familiar, but this time ever so slightly different. We see not the usual Caramon that we're used to. His tendrils are crossed over and tied in knots. His arms are even longer and gruesomer and extended than normal. His eyes are on his hands. He also has 3 faces stitched together. His ribbon-like ears shortened as these wing-like protrusions stick out from the side of his ears.
Wait a second.
God, I love that design so much.
Oh, I think I know.
Hexablamon, it is so good to finally meet you. I have heard so much about you. I can bring back the Vortex Warriors. At least my master can, he says. And he extends a very long, lanky arm towards Hexablamon. But in return, you must give me the Digivices. All of them. Hexablamon, seeing no other option, takes the hand. We see this glowing, bright white aura envelop Hexablamon. He lifts up into the sky, and this white evolution energy hits him. We see his body jut and shape, and his spiky icicles that adorn the back of his armor jut out of his armor everywhere. He becomes this extremely spiky icicle monster.
Yo.
No need for armor anymore. He descends back onto the battlefield, his cape tattered and billowing behind him, his arsenal of weapons now visible inside the ice of his body. He descends, draws several swords with his now 4 arms. Hexablamon has been given the X antibody. And Caramon turns to Sonia and says, "Adio," and disappears back into his portal.
What did he say?
He bids her adieu. And leaves.
But he fucked it up, kinda.
Yes, but he fucks it up.
I fucked it
Because
up.
it's Caramon.
Caramon can never pronounce his words.
So it would seem.
God,
What
I hit that last
What
goal.
does Hexablamon X antibody look like?
So Hexablamon X
Weird.
antibody, like I mentioned, his armor has been smashed through. The spikes that usually adorn his back are now all over his body. He is basically made up of several spiky icicles. the weapons that he usually spawns out of magic are now visible inside his translucent body. He's essentially abandoned all form of defense to empower him to only have offensive capabilities. To his cape, he has a cape that's behind him. It's got several holes pierced through it by the spikes of his body, and he has this sort of golden glove-like gauntlets on all 4 of his arms. He now has 4 arms.
Of course he does.
Yeah,
Sorry,
I
mean,
just so that he can wield even more.
That's from on
you don't
left
have
one.
a you don't have a picture.
I don't have a picture. This is
Right, that's
me
fine.
creating.
Well, someone
a
got
Digimon
commissioned
that doesn't yet
an artist
exist.
for this.
Fine.
This is me creating a Digimon that doesn't yet exist.
Yes, that's fine.
Yet.
That's fine. I just wanted to make sure if you had or didn't have a picture, so you know. But yeah, that's good enough for me. All right. So what happens next?
We die.
He descends from the light. His feet that are now spiky icicles that jut from the bottom of his body float just above the ground. He says, "With this new power, I can revive the Vortex Warriors. I can feel it," he says, and he erupts, and all of these ice shards shoot out from his body in all directions. Innocent Digimon behind him that were caught up in this mess and were turned into ice Digimon are in danger of being hit by these icicles. The Sorcerymon who went out to revive him are also in danger of being hit by these icicles, the 2 that remain. You guys, being in front of him, are going to get the brunt of the icicles shooting out of his body and coming towards you. They are literally everywhere. It is impossible to dodge them. You will have to take these head on, or in other words, smash them head on if you can. How do you do that?
Jesus Christ.
Okay, I go first. I die.
Very good idea.
I'm
Dying
sorry.
is a safe option.
I wouldn't exactly categorize the safe, but okay.
Kageyaki, you can see that that Matadormon is visibly shaken by the fact that yet another Digimon has been given an X antibody. He knows that means that there's some sort of Armageddon on the way.
Yeah, we've known that for a while.
How do you, snap him out of it? He's just seen yet another Digimon be given this X antibody.
Okay. Maradormon! Remember our promise. We said we wouldn't let this happen. Right. Then you have to snap out of it. Everything around us is going to die if we don't do something about this. Please stay with me.
We see his focus snap back into effect, and he's like, "I promise. Right. We have to defeat this Hexablamon, otherwise Armageddon." That picture, what the hell's on here?
Amazing!
I mean,
Needs more spikes, but
that's
totally
too many
legit.
arms.
That's Roman Dabhi Festismon.
He's like, "Yes, right, I promise. We have to defeat this great evil before it envelops the world. The X antibody can't spread, or Yggdrasil will know something's wrong, and then Armageddon occurs again."
Okay.
We see him brandish his rapier. Say the word,
Question.
Kageyaki. What's the plan?
Can I use I'll save you here?
Yes, I'll save you is when you're dramatically under fire, right? That's the trick?
No, it's you're willing to pay high cost to keep your loved one safe, mark a condition, or sacrifice something important to you to defend the loved one, or if you rolled a 12 plus.
Okay, cool. Who are you defending?
How many people can be considered applicable for this?
You defend a loved one, so it's one person.
I mean, at this point, the only person I actually have a good relationship with in the team would be Sonia.
How about that?
Seems like you're following Taisto's plan.
Yeah, it's almost as if we always do, but no one wants to admit it.
It's almost like he said the most obvious thing possible.
Yeah, and?
Like, I'm not following your plan if it's something I was going to do anyways, and I was already doing.
I mean, it's still following the plan, even if it's you don't follow it because it's the plan.
Yeah, be smart, please.
So if you're using
Well,
I'll
yeah.
save you, describe how you protect Sonia and what you sacrifice or the condition that you have to mark to do that, and why you mark that condition.
Again? Digimon are going to fucking overdrive, I don't care what happens at this point. And Karayaki will begin furiously typing on thin air, while Matadormon next to him is going to be enhancing it. And due to the sheer amount of information that the visor has to process, by the time the casting is done, it has overheated. And in turn, giant pillars of flame erupt around Sonia and keep her completely safe.
Cool. So
Safety
your
fire
visor
bullets.
fizzles and pops as it overheats, and static just fills your vision. But these pillars of fire erupt and protect Sonia. When you defend somebody, you roll a 12 plus. You also get to either take influence over Sonia, clear condition, or add a team to the pool, your choice.
Okay. Well, I just reassured Matadormon, so I'm going to clear and secure.
Cool. So we see these big fiery pillars erupt around you, Sonia. The icicles melt as they come close to it. This sheer heat protects you entirely. Taisto, Taisto, Pablo, what are you two doing to protect yourself from these icicles that have to be faced head on?
Well, I'm probably just gonna try and see if Melcharmon's like laser can stop them. I feel like that's my only real option here.
Cool. Roll to unleash your powers to see if that works.
Again, that was a flat roll, wasn't it? Yeah.
It's unique.
Two of these. Let's see if I get another god roll. Oh shit!
Not this time.
Hey, look at it this way, okay? A potential.
That's
You get
potentially
a
a good roll.
potential.
First
But
potential of the session.
Pablo,
Well, I did get one.
Second,
So, yeah.
second
Yeah.
position. Yeah.
please roll to take a powerful blow, Pablo.
Ah shit! Right. That's plus conditions, right? So that would be +3. Great. Okay, let's see. Ah shit!
So on an
That's
8, you
not-
pick one of the second tier options.
Yeah. Let me just see which ones they were. Okay, so I can lash out. I can lash out verbally. I can give ground, and I can struggle past the pain. So what would lash out verbally be like? Would be like a meanie moment? What
it's
would
like,
that be
it's
like?
like you're being mean to somebody else. You're provoking them to do something reckless on your behalf because you're upset.
Alright. Don't think I'll do that. I don't think Pablo's that big of an asshole yet. So
Ho, ho, ho.
I'll
Uh-huh.
I'll do. I give ground. I think that works.
Cool. So you give them an opportunity to strike at you.
Yeah, because like since I can't like actually stop them, they sort of get this opportunity to.
Cool. So we see. Well, I'll describe what happens after Taisto does whatever he does to defend himself.
Yeah, I think that as we show what Kagayaki and Sonia and Pablo how they're struggling to keep themselves safe from the icicles. In every shot, in the background you can see that the icicles have shot everywhere. As they're approaching the innocent Digimon in the background, who have been kind of just hanging around since we beat them up and after Hexabon came back, you can see that the icicles that are approaching them are just quietly with little fanfare. They get blown upwards by a strong upwind that then directs the icicles over them, so that the innocent Digimon are unharmed behind them.
Cool. Roll to defend the innocent Digimon.
I shall do that. This is 13.
Cool.
What's happening?
Do you
with
want
rolls
to add
tonight?
team to the pool, take influence over one of them, or clear a condition?
I think I'm going to clear a condition. Yeah, I'm going to clear a condition. There we go. Done.
Cool. So the upward gale lifts the icicles near the innocent Digimon and causes them to sort of splinter into like a perfect outline around them, comedically. But you don't defend yourself, and neither does Kagayaki. So
No. Of course I do. I was there.
That is not how that works.
that's not how that works. You're defending somebody else, not yourself.
Sure.
So I would like.
I'll take that power blow.
I would like to take a you to take a power blow. I'd like Kagayaki to take a power blow as well because he protected Sonia. And I'd like Pablo already took his powerful blow.
Yeah. Remind me.
Cool. You got a 9 Taisto, so let's do yours first. Which minor option do you choose?
Sorry, actually, never mind. Is this from someone with far more power than me because he did the job to X antibody form?
Okay, discussion, guys. Is a Mega level Digimon with the X antibody more powerful than a standard Mega level Digimon?
That
Yeah.
depends
Yeah,
highly.
that's how it works. Yeah.
In that
No,
case,
that depends.
Because because I want this to be a standard going forward. If an X antibody Mega level Digimon is more powerful than a Mega level Digimon, then you will be rolling at disadvantage when fighting against him as a Mega level Digimon because he is more powerful than you by definition. But if he is on par with a regular Mega level Digimon, but the X antibody has simply given him new powers and new permissions, then he is still on par with you.
So, generally, what it does, with some exceptions, like Dark Knightmon, which straight up raises a level, the X antibody raises your abilities at the possible peak for the individual.
It draws out the hidden power.
It draws out the latent abilities.
It turns
yes.
them into Captain America.
Let me just.
He becomes as strong as he could have ever possibly been by himself.
So are we saying that he is, on average, stronger than the average Mega? Or are we saying that he just has more powers than the average Mega?
I feel like more powers would be more accurate.
He's as powerful as the Hexablamon could possibly be.
So I'm asking you as players, which would you prefer? X antibody Digimon to still be on par with Mega level Digimon, or to be more powerful? In our law.
Well, friendly reminder, I'm a natural carrier of the X antibody, and so is Medical Digimon actually, so...
Yeah, but I mean an
It's a bit
actual
of a
X
moot
antibody
point.
Digimon, not just a carrier, somebody who has been involved by the X antibody.
I mean, that's That's not how that works. The natural X antibody carriers are actual X antibody Digimon. That's like saying that Alphamon is not a real X antibody Digimon. That's nonsense.
I mean, there's
Well,
a
if
difference.
that's the case, then he is just on par with a regular Mega level Digimon.
All right, let's go
That's
with
what
that
we
then.
agree with.
Sure,
So
why
take-
not?
And I'll
Take a normal
mark.
powerful blow.
Yeah, I'll mark up to.
Yeah, we don't want to take a powerful blow, you know.
No. Fine. Let's onward. Kagayaki, you have already done that as well. Cool. 10. Oof.
Yep.
So
We are never rewarded for our good deeds.
which options are you taking?
That's a very good question. Well, we should give ground. I'll take 2. And these are really weird ones to mark right now after what just happened. I will top into insecure and guilty.
Cool. So you give ground and struggle past the pain.
Yes.
How about you, Tyson? Which one did you pick?
Struggled past the pain.
Okay, so you both get hit. Okay, cool. So we see this icicle storm resolve. We see the flaming pillars of fire erupt around Sonya and protect her. We see the gust of wind pick up the icicles and splay them in different directions so that they don't hit the innocent bystander Digimon. We then see Metal Tyrannomon blast a big beam of laser energy at the icicles, chopping them up into smaller to deal with icicles, which sort of pellet against his metallic skin and bounce off harmlessly, but also keep him pinned so that he can't move and blind him with the dust that it creates so that he can't act at the moment. We then see the full-size icicles. One of them pierces the shoulder of Medieval Dukemon. He, as that happens, realizes the danger that Taisto is in and steps in front of him and takes 2 more to the gut as the rest fly past him. We see Matadormon try to like shadow clone jutsu his way out of this, but like all of his clones just get stabbed with these icicles. And we see one of them get parried by a rapier, but then another like hits him directly in the top right shoulder and pins him down to the ground. And the rest sort of fly overhead. We see like Kagayaki like underneath Matadormon as he gets pushed backwards by that icicle. He like struggles to crawl out from underneath him. Hexablaumon, his menacing aura just emanates around him. The gusty snow and ice is picked up and buffets around you as he starts floating very menacingly towards you all. You are unworthy, and now you shall pay the price for your insolence, but fear not, for the true chosen ones shall be resurrected. They'll come back, they'll save this wretched world. They'll keep it safe. They'll save Witchenly while they're at it, rather than ignore us and leave us in the hands of whatever darkness comes towards us. You are all going to die now, he says. And I'm truly sorry for that, he says. And he starts to glow a bright blue. What do you do?
I think there's a resounding "you talk too much" coming out from apparently nowhere, and Hexablaum is like, "What?" And then we see his head just violently jerk towards the upper left, and there's a scream of "Rage of Wyvern" coming out of nowhere as a blast of energy in the shape of a wyvern comes out of thin air, and Medieval Dukemon just appears in the uncloaking himself from the invisibility he cast so long ago.
Cool. We see this blast come out of nowhere. We see medieval Dukemon, like the icicles floating in the air above Taisto, where he's defended him, just shot up into the air as he reveals himself and blasts. Roll to directly engage a threat. He's completely taken by surprise by this attack, but it doesn't mean he can't defend himself. He's literally weaponry all around his body. What does it look like when this wyvern comes out? You said it looks like if I remember rightly from the lore, it looks like a dragon, doesn't it? This breath of wyvern.
Yeah, let me just a second. That's a 10. All right. So yeah, there's this powerful scorching energy beam that takes the shape of a wyvern, which is like a big dragon-esque creature, maybe a kind of like, you know, the shape of a familiar Digimon. Well, not to us, but to the players probably, but not the audience, or something like that. And it basically just washes over and through Hexablaumon X antibody, and he gets completely like thrown back and cast into the ground by the power of this attack. The medieval Dukemon comes into view, and he's holding up his halberd with the green glowing crystal pointed at where Hexablaumon was just moments ago before he was shot into the ground by the power of this attack. And you know, the ground under him like shatters as there's this crater where he impacts as he's, you know, completely blown away. And I think I'm gonna pick resist or avoid their blows and create an opportunity for my allies. Yeah, let's go with that.
Cool. So we see you like blast the ever-living god out of Hexablaumon. You leave a crater in the ground where he once was, but when the smoke clears, that crater's empty, and you feel something reach out and grab you, Taisto, around your waist.
Bad touch.
It's this tendril of ice has come out of the ground. It's wrapped itself around you, and it's grabbed your Digivice. Hexablaumon emerges up in the air after bursting through the smoke and out of the crater. He says, "If I can't deal with you, I can at the very least take the tools and the necessary means to create the Digidestined as they should be." And then we see more tendrils shoot out of the ground. They wrap around Sonia, they wrap around Kageaki, they wrap around Pablo, and all of you have your Digivices taken from your pockets, from your belts, from your hands, by these ice shards. What do you do?
I like this opportunity being created for us.
Yeah, me too.
There's these like big ice tendrils grabbing the Digivices, right?
Yes.
Yes.
While that's happening, just because you did create an opportunity for your allies, you are right. This is me doing a condition move. These tendrils are from his body. They're going under the ground, and they're keeping him in place in the sky at the moment.
I thought he was in the crater. No. He got smacked into a crater, then he vanished into the sky, and then now he's shooting the tendrils. Yes.
Yeah, he shoots the tendrils out of his body. They bury under the ground. They wrap around your bodies and take your Digivices. They keep him in place, but he's trying to take your Digivices from you.
Alright, so I think Metal Tyrannomon could probably try to launch lasers at the tendrils. Maybe like, he has two hands, one for missiles, here for lasers. Can destroy up to like 2 tendrils at once.
Now, bear in mind that these tendrils are wrapped around the humans, so if you fire lasers and rockets at the tendrils, there is a very good chance you'll blow up your partner.
Yes, but
Yes, but he'll
the
die.
tendrils, like if you go farther, like closer to the base of the tendrils, where they're bigger, they might be able to, be destroyed. Not like where there's the humans, like cut the tendrils at the middle, basically.
Is Metal Tyrannomon that accurate? Because obviously he's huge. Like in your
Yeah,
tiny
but like
bubble
I feel like you can kinda, in the ballpark of accurate, because his missile should be big enough so that he could that he wouldn't fail to begin with.
Okay, cool. Roll to unleash your powers. I'd like you to do so with disadvantage because it's very difficult maneuver for
Yeah,
a
that makes
Digimon of
sense.
your stature.
What role is that again? I forget. Unique. That's a 0, isn't it? Yeah. Alright, so it's 3d6 with advantage. Alright.
Wrong channel.
Alright. That would be 8.
Wow, not bad for a disadvantage roll.
Yeah, that's surprisingly good.
Cool, so you do it, but it's temporary in some way. Or you can mark a condition to make it permanent.
Oh, I don't. How would that even work? I mean, I could. No, I think I'll just make it temporary, and they would at least give us an opportunity to respond.
Okay, cool. So you Metal Tyrannomon lasers very precisely the bottom of the tendril wrapped around you, Pablo. It frees you from the tendril. The Digivice drops into your hand. You're free for now, but you can see the base of the tendril where the laser chopped it is starting to bubble and recuperate and regenerate.
Right, yeah.
In but a moment, another tendril's going to shoot out of that and try and grab you again. You have an opportunity here to do something, Pablo. What do you want to do?
Ah, fuck. So I think the best idea here is to try and help the others. Where, because if more of us are free, we may have a better chance. But that tendril's gonna regrow immediately. So this is tough. Let me just check. Alright, what do I do?
You could try to assess the situation very briefly before you act.
Would I have time? I was thinking about it, but I was like, I don't really.
You have very limited time, but I think you have enough time to sort of look around and very quickly sort of judge what here can I use really quickly, before the.
Yeah, I guess I'll look around, see if I can. Yeah.
Cool. Roll.
So that would be. Is it disadvantaged or?
No, it's advantage. Sorry, not advantage. It's normal roll.
Yeah, neutral. All right, and that's superior, which I have 0 of. Nice. Come on, God roll, please. Yo.
Cool. So,
no potential this session.
You get to ask 2 questions from this situation. You also get to ask an additional question from your strategist.
Yeah, class. I knew that would help someday. Also, wait. Doesn't acute awareness happen as well?
When you
Doesn't that also work?
before entering into a fight, you're in a fight.
Fuck, yeah, you're right. Yeah. Okay, so that's 3 questions then.
3 questions. Well, 2 from the assess situation move, 1 from the strategy.
Yeah.
So let's start with the assess the situation move. Which question from that are you going to ask?
I feel like what here can I use to stop the tendrils in a more less more permanent way? I feel like that would probably be a good question. What here can I use to stop the tendrils?
So you know that since Hexablaumon was released from his prison, that summoning circle on the swamp still hasn't been what's the word? Dispersed.
Closed?
It's still there.
Yeah.
Meaning that Hexablaumon is still somewhat anchored to his prison. If you could somehow force him back into his prison, you could get rid of the tendrils. Second option is if you can somehow constantly keep Hexablaumon heated, so that there is fire all around him. There's no way for him to like extend his ice past his own body. That would stop the tendrils too.
Oh, that's interesting. All right, let's see what else I can ask.
So you got a second question. What's the second question going to be?
The biggest threat, I think I know what's the biggest threat, so no, not gonna happen.
I mean, you can still ask the question. You just get +1 when acting on the answers.
Yeah.
Strissaramon.
Yeah, he's the
Kill
biggest threat,
him.
obviously. That Australian accent is contagious. It's only going to rule the world.
Yeah, I know. The fucking Selmy plague. We just need to make Hexablaumon like Australian, and all of the problems are gone.
Unless he gets the Australian antibody, and then we're all
That
fucked.
would be an issue. He had like a cowboy hat. Yeah, that'd be great. How could we best end this quickly? I guess I'm gonna ask.
Deleting Hexablaumon.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks. That's really helpful. Well, I guess it does give me a +1. So, what if I act on the answer?
And finally, strategist.
And what here is in the greatest danger?
No, it's the strategist questions on your strategist move now.
Oh my god, I'm dumb. Here it is. Oh shit, there's actually. Oh, how could I best infuriate or provoke Hexablaumon? That's interesting.
Insulting the Vortex Warriors would definitely infuriate or provoke him. Potentially pointing out the fact that 2 of them are permanently dead would definitely infuriate him.
Yeah, I feel like that's a bit of a touchy subject.
It's basically what Taisto did. Seemed to work.
I mean, yeah. Okay, that's actually really helpful, because maybe I can, like, distract them somehow. Okay.
So you have all this information now, what do you do?
Alright, what do? I guess I could... What's the move name? I forget. Okay. I guess I could, like, provoke him, that's the word. By, like, shouting stuff at him, which I'll do. I'll roleplay that, but... I could provoke him into trying to, like, focus more on me specifically, and maybe that will allow the others to be freed. So I think I'll provoke him by, like, shouting. Let me think. Yeah, like shouting, just like, 2 of your friends are dead. Like,
Oh,
you
wow.
know,
Oh, wow.
a bit traumatic, I guess, but like, wow, I'm really bad. So yeah, like
Look him in
insult,
the
like,
eye.
like, for a Vortex Warrior, he sure is like not doing jack shit up there. So I think insulting him could get him to follow me, maybe.
I mean, if you want to infuriate him, you have to roleplay actually infuriating him.
Yeah, I was going to. Sorry, I just got a message. Okay. Let me just.
I believe in
All right.
you.
Yeah.
You can do this, Pablo. Big moment.
You can piss him off.
Yeah, I'm great at that. Hey,
Yeah,
Hexablaumon, what the
perfect.
fuck are you doing up there? Come face us like a real Vortex Warrior. Although I guess it is fitting, considering, half of the Vortex Warriors are dead. But you could at least try. Come down here and stuff. Just being up there.
Haha, your friends are
survivors.
dead.
Bear in mind, he isn't a Vortex Warrior, so you, like, calling out that he's being inferior to the Vortex Warriors and not living up to their name right now is probably massively infuriating to him.
Yeah, that's how I want to sound. Yeah, makes sense.
Roll to provoke him.
I actually don't know. Wait, how many Vortex Warriors are there? Because I said that 2 being dead is half.
Right now, 1.
Right now,
Two, technically, 1.5.
there's
Alright.
one.
now-
All right, yeah. So
There's-
two kind
there's
of
technically 3 remaining. Technically.
Okay, yeah. So what it said makes sense. Cool.
Yeah. 2 are dead. 1 is a statue. 1 is a racist.
Racist.
And 1 is
wait. What's the second one?
one is medieval Digimon.
Oh Jesus Christ! Another superior role.
Yes.
There's a lot of superior roll tonight.
Just crit it like you
Two
always do.
6 boys.
This is gonna be your 5th crit of the night. Go on.
Yeah, I mean, it could be like a 2 or something. 2d6. Here we go.
Go.
Yo, that's
good.
pretty alright. That's actually
I wonder what she's going to do.
But still.
could be worse.
Do you guys think she's going to overreact or something?
Okay, so not crit, but it works.
Yeah, he's gonna have to overreact just because from the fiction we've established, that would make him infuriated, and so he will definitely overreact to that. You gain influence over Hexablamon. Hexablamon
Nice. Let me just.
lowers his body from the sky, draws 4 different weapons at the same time. In one
Jesus
hand,
Christ!
he has
Overkill.
a ginormous warhammer. In the other hand,
Compensating
he
for
has
something?
a very large greatsword. In one of his lower arms, he is holding a spear, and in the other, a halberd.
Jesus.
He's like, "You think me beneath a fair fight?"
Yeah, that's about right.
He
Says the
he
people doing a
takes a
41.
step backwards, crouches down low, his spikes jutting upwards out of his back, angling towards the sky. He's like, "Prepare yourself. I hear humans aren't lucky enough to be reincarnated when they die."
Jesus Christ.
For the
Chill
record,
the fuck, well, I guess
fuck
we-
knows here we might.
His red eyes flicker bright blue as he disappears from your sight, reappears
Oh, no.
before you. His
Teleports behind me.
his sword is across his chest, and he looks like he's about to slash across the middle of you. But also, he's holding his warhammer above his head, and it's going to crash down on top of you. He's got a 2-pronged attack coming at you, Pablo, and Metal Tyrannomon. What does everybody else do while he's distracted with Pablo?
Do something. I did all of this for you guys.
But,
Well- I can fuck this up by drawing his attention to me instead. Or trying.
well, I mean,
It's not really a way of solving things, is it?
Yeah, I think what Hexablamon may have overlooked, that's the word, sorry. I was thinking of overseen, and I was like, that's not how that works. Sorry, overlooked. What Hexablamon may have overlooked is that as he reappears in front of Pablo, he has actually stepped into a circle of glowing orange runes that are right underneath him. As he's readies himself to destroy Pablo, he notices that he's actually stepped into a trap, and Deister reveals his trap card, which is that these
A mirror for us.
money is that these scorching energy shackles shoot out of the circle and wrap themselves around the legs and the arms and the body and the head of Hexablamon and start scorching him with their radiating heat. He can't move because he's being trapped by these shackles. They draw all 4 of his arms down against his body,
Right,
and
so
he can do naught but writhe.
just a quick question. Are you
I'm trying to
intending
defend Pablo.
to defend Pablo, or are you intending
Yes,
to
I'm-
restrict Hexablamon? Because you can only do one or the
mean-
other with a move.
He's
I'm
actually
trying
gonna
to
team
defend
up with
Pablo.
Hexablamon and kill me.
Cool. So
No.
roll to defend Pablo, and I'll describe what actually happens with the shackles, because
All right.
the other side
Yeah.
of that would be unleashing your powers to
Yeah.
restrict his movements. All that kind of stuff.
Things. I have that, what I have done, and that, so it's still +3.
Cool. So on an 8, you do it, but you cost yourself. You expose yourself to danger or escalate the situation in some way.
I think it's exposing. But I'm going to take influence over Pablo, and because I already have influence over Pablo, I'm going to fuck him up. I'm going to fuck him up.
Please give me more superior, it's necessary.
I'm going to increase his superior and lower his kind.
Well, okay, on about the kind part. Alright, thanks.
Become a CEO!
You literally went like, oh, yo, your mama so fat. Oh, you
Actually, it was more like, haha, you're
I mean, okay. On the topic of fat, you were the one to call me that. I have it written down. It really fucking hurt me, man.
I did not.
I did not.
So
Call me fat.
we see Hexaglamon teleport in front of Pablo. His hammer raised overhead, the sword crossed across his chest, waiting to be slashed. The glowing runes on the floor light up beneath him. We see his eyes widen at the last second. As he jumps backwards away from the trap, these chains shoot out. Two of them, grab the icicles at the bottom of his body. But he decides that he no longer needs to lift with his legs, and he shatters the icicles beneath where his legs would be.
That's the wrong move.
To break the chains. I'm trying to make all the puns here. He takes a step backwards from Pablo. He waves his sword towards him and says, "And you call me dishonorable, having outside help from a so-called hero," he says as he looks over at medieval Galantmon.
Well, he sure flipped his opinion on the Vortex Warriors fast.
He said, "Can't you see that everything I'm doing here is to revive our comrades, our friends, our protectors? And all you do is step on those plans. It seems that I'll have to revive you a second time with Caramon's palace," he says, as he squeezes his icicle sharp fist, and those jutty icicles that he used at the start of the fight start to knife out of the ground around medieval Galantmon. What do you do, Taisto? You're still wrapped in a icicle tendril thing, but these spikes are coming up at you. Maybe Sonia could do something to help here, because she hasn't done much recently. So let's give Sonia some spotlight. Sonia, you see Taisto's in danger. These spikes are coming up. He can't move. You can't move. You're the one with all the holy powers and energies and whatnot. Is there something you could do to help Taisto, help everyone?
Yeah, I think I could depose for a while.
It's a valid option. Zach would know all about that. Anyways, I just want to tell you all that it's past session hour, so I don't know if we're going to continue this. I know it's much longer it's going to take.
It's literally right at the end, like the
alright then, cool.
Almost over. I don't worry.
Yeah, no, I wasn't sure.
It'll go on for maybe another 10 minutes, depending on how well you roll.
Well.
So I don't suppose I can use the barrier just for Taisto?
Okay, so roll to charge your holy power and then use the shield.
The final hold, by the way.
Yes. Do I have to roll for that? Since if I already have the hold.
So it says you put up a protective barrier around yourself, spend an additional hold to defend one of the others as well. So you'd have to roll to defend, but you roll unique instead of savior.
Or could I? Unique plus savior. It's true. So I have to re-roll for additional holds. Isn't that what I'm?
If you're not defending yourself, you just have to spend the one hold to protect Heister. I'll allow that.
So I can. Okay. So let's just
You
do
just
that.
have to roll
Let's
plus
just do
unique
it.
to do it.
What's unique? Okay. +3, and I don't have influence over Taisto, so it shouldn't. But really,
It's a 6. Does anybody want to push that to a 7 using team? Or, I mean, I guess Sonia can't really use it selfishly because she's max unique. But we do have one team left in the pool if anyone wants to use it to help Sonia here.
Well, 2 people are right there.
you all have crits left and right and left.
Sonia's just been rolling so badly this session. I feel so badly for her.
I want to do
saw
a different
already
thing,
the
so
wolf.
I'm not going to be helping.
You're not going to be helping.
I want to do something else, and helping would mean I can't do the other thing.
Okay, that's fine. Pablo, is there
I mean-
anything you could do to help?
Like, there are 2 people right
I'm
there.
not entirely sure.
Pardon, sorry?
I don't know. How could I help?
Roll better than
Well,
me.
Taisto gave you the space that you need to help. Like, he distracted Hexablamon by
Yeah,
making it an
yeah.
unfair fight. So you have ample room to, like, do a surprise attack on Hexablamon or stop the icicles in some way. We did say that to stop the icicles, you'd have to surround Hexablamon in extreme heat. Is there a way that we could use Metal Tyrannomon's abilities to do that?
I'm pretty sure no. So that I don't think he has any fire powers.
What if
Well,
instead...
you can use the powers of your previous evolutions, no?
Oh yeah,
Yes.
sure. Right.
So, what if, this is just me being cinematic in my head, what if instead of putting the Holy Barrier around Taisto, you put it around Hexablaumon, and then Pablo fills the ball with fire?
Yo, it's a sick idea.
And that would just release everyone from the tendrils all at once.
That would be a very cool concept. I'd love that.
I will have it, even if it's a little beyond what the move should do.
Yeah, but it's
But
cinematic
since I'm
quality.
so generous,
Yeah, this is cinema. You
Like,
just
the
not
rule
enough
of
understand.
cool is what
Yeah,
it's
the rule
called.
of cool is very important.
And it does technically still defend Taisto, even if the bubble isn't around him specifically. Because obviously it'll release the tendril and allow him to move and get away from these spikes.
let's do it! Team move!
Cool, you have no team left in the pool.
So what do we call this epic team move? It needs a name. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, you can't get much better than
Uh,
Tyranno Punch. I mean, I don't know if you can top that.
Terra Punch was like peak. You can't go better than that. Yeah. Hmm. I'm looking at something in this.
I mean, I'd recommend Pyrosphere, but that's kind of the dub name for Guilmon's attack.
Yeah, I
Yes,
know. I
no.
mean, we could like fiery orb of death.
I had Hot Pot in mind.
Hell Cage?
Ooh, Hell Cage is cool.
I don't know. Could be like
Oh,
Yes, it
Holy-
would be
no, Holy
Dabdos
Flame.
No Cage.
Anyway, regardless of what it's called, Hexablaumon gets enveloped
Kitchen
in
nightmare.
an orb of fire. The heat bursts around him and counteracts all of the ice shooting out from his body. His tendrils melt off. Taisto comes free from the tendrils, as does Kagiaki and Sonya. And Taisto like dodge rolls just out of the way of the ice as
Yeah.
it shoots up next to him. And Chaos Gallopmon like parries some of the ice as he like,
Medieval Digimon.
Medieval Digimon, sorry.
Medical.
As he parries away and protects you. Kagiaki, you said you had something you would like to do. What would you like to
Yes.
do?
So, while he was preoccupied, Kariaki had stealthily casted a single fireball that he held behind his back, and inside that fireball, Matadormon put numbers of his rapiers to overheat their edges. And now that he sees the opportunity, he is going to instantly teleport over and strike at the base of Hexablaumon's arms with the preheated rapiers, trying to snap them.
So you want to cut his arms off?
Yes.
Cool.
That's a bit much, don't you think?
Roll to directly engage.
It was a
No,
weird
I
one by
don't.
saying kill Hexablaumon, and now we're doing this. Oh.
Roll to
I see
directly
how it
engage
is.
a threat because you're trying to take his arms.
What? You went underwater for a minute.
Roll to directly engage a threat.
Lovely. Sadly, I'm no longer under fire, so it's going to fail brilliantly, but you know.
I'd like you to also roll it with advantage, just because Hexablaumon is currently trapped inside a sphere of fire, which makes it very hard for him to fight back.
You're being
Perfect.
very generous with the advantages today.
So,
Not gonna
I
lie.
can, in theory,
I mean,
get
it's
this.
it's still a more powerful Digimon. You shouldn't it cancel out so that it's just a normal roll.
I wanted to
Hey,
do this
like-
before I was freed, but I didn't
It's
get
fine.
to move
Just
before
roll
I
it
was
with
freed.
advantage. The DM said
So-
fine. Go ahead. Do it.
Yes. That is a 3.
Wow.
It's why I wanted
Wait,
to do
you-
it before I was free, so I would actually have...
It's
A
a
Minus 4.
It's a 4. You can't roll less. You can have less than -3 on a roll, so it's 3.
Oh,
Whoopee.
Sorry, 4.
Cool. So we see you teleport behind him. Nothing personal. Draw these
Of course.
rapiers with the fire enveloped around them, and you try to plunge them into his shoulders. But instead, what you see happen is the Hexablaumon trying to fight against the fireball that he's inside of. The icicles that are melting on his body, he's trying to regrow them faster than they're melting away. And you see these spikes jute out, and they parry the daggers that you're bringing down into his back. They clang against the ice, and the ice melts around them, but more ice just comes up and keeps parrying the daggers as Matadormon tries to slice his arms. This leaves him very vulnerable. He is currently in the middle of a fireball inferno, fighting off Matadormon. So even though you failed the roll, he is still extremely distracted, extremely in a dangerous situation for himself. Does anyone want to take advantage of the situation?
Sure. Now that you mention it, so Taisto jumps and dodge rolls away from the icicles that almost killed him, and then he lands back on his feet, and he starts monologuing, a quick monologue. It never hurt anyone. That's what you'll never understand, Hexablaumon. We may not individually be as powerful as any one Vortex warrior, but together we are a team of Digidestined, and we're going to help each other every single time to make sure that we will defeat the likes of you who try to destroy the digital world by bringing about an eternal ice age. And to you we say, not today. And then Medieval Dukemon steps in front of Hexablaumon and knocks away his weapons with a swing of his halberd. They exchange 3 blows as each time he tries to bring up another of his weapons to block the attack. Medieval Dukemon just knocks that one away as well. A second one and a third one and a fourth one, and then there are no more weapons for him to bring up. But Medieval Dukemon has his axe raised above him, and he brings it down with a mighty swing. The edges of the blade of the axe catches with fire and crackles with energy as he brings it down square towards the head of Hexablaumon. And I would like to vent some frustrations as well to make sure that this fucking kills him, if that's fine by you.
Sure, and gain +1 to your roll because you're acting on Pablo's assess the situation. That the quickest
Oh,
way
I
to
can do
defeat
that as well.
Hexablaumon is to destroy him.
We can act on each other's assessings.
Yes,
Oh,
that's why assess the
I thought it was
situation
just for
is
the-
such a good roll.
I thought it was just for the person who assessed the situation.
No,
All
it's
right,
for,
well that's
it's for
fine.
anybody who
All
acts
right,
on the answers.
cool. So I'm pretty sure he's gonna die because I can only fail this in like 1 out of 200 times.
I
So
mean,
1 in 200 we
There's
fail.
always that chance.
Yeah. Right, well let's hear. 3d6 plus 4. It's a 14.
Cool. Yeah, so you bring your axe down. The impact smashes the icicles jutting out of the top of his head. The spiked horns that are there now get smashed away. The axe embeds itself in the top of his skull. You see his eyes, the glowy red usually, start to dim, and then he wriggles and writhes and screams as this axe goes through his head, dividing his face in two, going through his neck, down through his torso, weapons spilling out of the translucent icicles of his body. And he is divided in half. The fire dissipates around him. And he says, "But why?" as he disintegrates away.
I am sorry, my old friend.
The
All the many good reasons.
Ice Sorcerer has fallen. He disintegrates into snowy dust and ones and zeros and is cascaded across the Dark Zone to be reborn a Digi-Egg eventually. The day is won.
Yo, we did it, guys. Woo.
You are all
Yeah.
We
exhausted.
successfully killed someone.
You are all
We actually
exhausted
killed-
after this terrifying battle. You've all got several conditions marked.
Yeah, speaking of, would you say that my running away to without speaking to anyone beforehand, and then also acting as the bait and sacrificing myself, would, in one sweet motion, clear all of my condition because I ran from something difficult and made a sacrifice, and I took a full out the action without talking to the team?
Yes, you clear all of your conditions, Sonia.
I am a god of this condition game.
Alright.
Does anybody have any other conditions they'd like to remove?
Well, I broke my visor.
I heard Hexablaumon and I did.
I lost my visor.
Sorry, I'm in a bit of a hurry as well, so
Yeah, sure. So, clear whichever conditions you feel you've cleared. I trust you to clear the ones that you feel you have done in this session. And then we'll go to end of session moves and end the session there, and we'll do the aftermath next session and start the new arc.
Question: Would the thing where I provoked Hexablaumon would be like full hardy action?
Definitely.
Okay, so that would clear and secure them,
Cool.
and I don't
So,
think I clear anything else.
everybody mark potential for the end of the session if you would like to. It's optional.
Always.
Let's
Alright,
start with
potential.
Tyster because he said he's in a rush. Have you gone closer to, further away from, or into your own image?
on image, I think lower. Oof. He was pretty harsh this session, so I think I'll just lower kind and increase superior.
Cool.
It's really not what I want to do, but whatever.
Cool. Pablo?
Let's see. I think I grew into my own image of myself by killing Hexablaumon the first time. and trying the second time.
Cool. What do you raise? What do you lower?
I think, I think Savior maybe, because I feel like, yeah, and then I think I'd lower like Reckless. I need to actually look at my. Oh shit! I have Reckless and -1. That's not.
Okay. Which one are you gonna pick, Kagiaki?
Grew away from Taisto because he fucking killed someone intentionally.
Okay. Take influence away from Taisto. Sonia.
I'd say she grew into her own image of herself. She probably would get the savior down because she didn't manage to save Exablauman in the end. It's the first time the talking didn't work, and she didn't really do much in this fight. She had to be saved by everybody, so that would go down. And maybe Reckless up because she did the whole thing, or she tried to act as bait, despite not having a way to protect herself. So yeah, Savior down, Reckless up. Yeah.
Cool. And then the credits roll. We aren't going to have an after credits scene because it's the end of an arc. I will spend the next week or two writing up a new arc, and we'll start again. But yeah, feel free to go to sleep or get off to wherever you need to get off to, because obviously it's quite late for a lot of you guys right now.
Yeah.
It's only midnight. That's basically morning.
Yeah.
I mean, it's actually like noon here, but I do have things to do. So, bye.
Yeah, see you later. Yeah, thanks for showing up, everybody, and yeah, I hope you enjoyed the cool final battle, and it was challenging instead of being moment of truth away.
Yeah, we didn't have a moment of truth.
Yes, indeed. Well, I'm going.
Cool. I'm gonna end the stream. Bye, guys. Thanks for watching.
Goodbye, everybody.